I was recently invited by my friend JustJustin to partake in my first ever D&D adventure. This was a one-shot that he hosted in a world that he created. It was also a way for him to kind of test out what he had already designed and prepared for players. I was super excited. He helped walk me through building my character before this session, and I was very nervous but excited to test him out in this new world. He guided the adventure perfectly, and I had a lot of fun. I'm excited to see what chances I might have to partake in the world again in the future, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I didn't cut out anything. This is the full-length VOD of our adventure because he did work to put a lot of details in it, and I didn't want to cut out anything that might be important for the story building. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't get eaten out there.
Ready?
Ready!
Alright, first off, I shall preface this that this is probably the first one-shot of one of my adventures in my world, and I'm glad for you to hop onto it. Alright. Now, let us begin. So let me just pull that out. And then go to the campaign. So, welcome to Zanzibar, a place of magic, science, and just a bunch of wonders, and a place where you yourself, a fairly new sellsword, can come and make a name for themselves. And today we're going on a one small little mission of a small town. Well, not a small town. A good medium-sized town called Faline. So we start with you. It's a nice, like, brisk morning. Or, no, like, almost afternoonish.
Okay.
And you have woken, and what would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna. You know what? Cash is feeling like he needs to go stretch his tail and his wings and his arms and go out and enjoy the town for a little bit. So he's gonna go and kick down the doorway of whatever place he's staying at and continue out into the town.
All right. So you go for a little stroll out in the town. You're in the main district, the Tolkien's.
Okay.
This is where your Ventures Guild is. They have free lodging there. It's pretty chill. It's just a regular old day. So how would you like to start that day?
Well, if I want to make my name known throughout the lands, I best get on that really quick. I gotta find me a job right away. I gotta start, getting the people around town to start talking about my greatness. So I'm gonna head over to, I think you said it was north of the Tolkien's, where I can get my missions.
All right. So you're getting out of your room and going outside?
Yes.
All right, you head down the stairs. First, your room is pretty sparse. It's just a regular, like, kind of like a hostel type of room where you sleep with a bunch of other people, but free lodging.
Yeah.
Free rooms. Who doesn't like that? You go towards down the spiral staircase, and out you see a very large, like, the guild hall you're a part of is probably one of the biggest guild halls in Zanzibar, but next to none to the main capital city of Zinar. But you go outside, the smell of fresh baked goods, cooked meats, and a lot of chatter is happening downstairs. So you head towards down the spiral staircase, and a figure comes right up to you, and you look up to see a person that you know is the basically like the receptionist of this guild,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like the butler slash uh receptionist slash hall keeper. Basically, he owns the joint but co-owns it. And this is a man named Arthur, and he goes up to you, he's like, ah, hello, Kash.
Hello,
I see
Arthur.
you're awake. Ah, yes. Well, we have a letter here, and it's not for you solely, but most of our high-ranking adventurers and sellswords are out in the north. Chaos Mage incursion has happened there, so they all went there. You're the newest adventurer here, so the master, would like to test your skills a bit. It should be a simple retrieval quest, but here you go. The information is in the letter. I shall see you around then. And he hands you the letter and then goes off and leaves. And to your just desserts, what would you like to do?
Well, Cash takes a moment to revel in the fact that he didn't call the butler Arthur, did not refer to him as a higher ranked, even though I know well that I am only a level 1. Still, he took the insult personally. And then he looked at the letter, ruffled it open in angst, and I'm gonna go ahead and read through it, giving it half attention considering this should be an easy and trivial mission.
Alright, so you open up the letter. Oops, hold on. I entered my wrong tab. Lol. Okay, here. Ah, there you go. The letter says, hello to whom? Hello to whom this letter goes to. I've been notified of a shipment from Concordia was stolen or went missing. From my people's watch, and many were killed and most are missing. I have no idea how they got into my underground facility. What happened there is a mystery. All I could understand that was reported that spiders started to ascend from holes from the earth that were either made to go there or magically there. And then lava started pouring down from the roofs and ceiling, from the roof and the walls from my facility. This is very disconcerting. Because of the Chaos Mage attack from the north, the timing of the stolen goods. Maybe a coincidence? I digress. I want you to go right away to find out what happened to my shipment. I shall give you 10,000 gold pieces if you find my shipment. Thank you. Signed, Master Marquis Levlon. He is, and you're not really sure what that name means, but you might have heard it around. Let's try your first roll of the night, or roll of the day. So I'd like you to, on your character sheet, roll a history check.
I have 12.
12?
Yes.
Like, it's on the tip of your tongue.
Oh,
You
no.
don't know who it might be.
Nah.
You're not really sure, but you heard of the name, and you know that name might be connected with the Merchant Guild Hall in the lenses, the Sunbright Merchant Guild Hall. But you don't know who Marquis is. You heard his name, though.
Okay. Well, I must simply save this sir in distress by obtaining his shipment, and it is quite the health hazard that lava has infiltrated his facility along with spiders, so obviously I must do my due diligence and also take care of that at some point. But I need more information because I just cannot recall enough information for myself. And the people of the town are very gossipy here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and ask around to see if anyone's got any leads.
Alright, go ahead and, well, it's up to you. You're off your own devices trying to find out first where the facility is, and second, who is the person on this letter. So you're in the middle of the guild hall, and it's still like it's almost afternoon. It's like about like around 11, close to like 12:30. And the hall is not like full, but like there's the coast cooking like they usually do, and just sparse amount of people around.
So, let's see. Are there any intriguing figures in the room that look not like level 1 guild people that I could ask?
Make a perception check.
Perception. Oh wait, is that down here?
Yes, it's above your performance in the long list.
11.
You look around and everybody just looks like a sellsword just like you. You can go up to one of them if you like.
Yes, let's approach one
And-
just at random. Let me shackle him down and shake him for information.
Okay. So, let me do a roll. Okay. You walk towards a young-looking human male. He has 2 hand axes on his sides and a rifle on his back.
Oh.
He's just sitting eating a pastry with his morning coffee.
All right.
Has a book on the right hand side of him, just reading it while eating some pastries.
So I'm going to approach this man, and I'm going to kind of puff up my chest. You know, I want to make sure that he remembers me after this meeting. I'm going to go, "Hello, fellow axe wielder / pastry lover. I have seen you around the guild today, and I was hoping you had some information about this character that was on my letter. You know, I just can't seem to place him, and I know we've all learned the stories, but do you happen to recognize this name at all?"
Flips the page, looks up to you, and on his face you see a little shock because you're dragonborn, you're pretty huge, and you literally right up to him while he's like engrossed in his book. He's like, "Well, all right.
Nice.
Hi.
Hello.
Kind of busy eating. It's my day off.
I grab him by the
What you
shirt
want?
collar.
You okay?"
Listen here, guy. I don't have a lot of time. I am a dragonborn, and as you see, I have a large enough stature to make this an issue. I have a very short temper. Do you just recognize this name? Is it in your book, perhaps?
Are you shoving the letter in his face?
Yes. but only enough, like it's folded, so he just sees the name and not the mission, right? Because I also don't want to like let people know about the mission, so I'm just shoving this name in his face while I'm holding his shirt collar.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
Okay. Ooh, wait, I got +3 on that. 17 plus 20. Let me burn the fear into this man.
He is sweating. He's like, I don't know who that is. That is really close up to my face. Can you put me down, please? I can answer you if you just put me down.
Okay, I carefully put him down, and I like brush his collar and pat him on the head. All right.
He's like,
Here's the letter at a better distance for you and your well-read eyes.
he's like, "Oh, Marquise. Oh, Sir Lebanon is in the lenses. He's a guild hall master. If you want to talk to him, just go to the east side of town. It's not that hard to find out. I don't know where it is, but just follow the east road."
Thank you, fair sir, and a good day to you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your pastries. Next one's on me when I see you in town. Hey, axe wielder! And then I awkwardly walk away. With my
You just
tail.
watch-
My tail's like
just watch-
whapping and throws, like my tail just shoots the pastry out of his hand. Because I can't control it.
He just stares at his hand, stares at you walking away, picks up his books, puts it in his pocket, and walks away.
This is how you make friends in the big city, I've been told before.
So you walk outside. You're pretty new to this town. You came from the north entrance from the town because you're from like the rural fields of Zenith. You haven't really been in a city, but it's a little mind-boggling to you to walk all the way here and just not really take in the town. You just were too excited and just went mostly everywhere in the north. And when you came here, you slowly but surely became a sellsword yourself. So now you're in the thoroughfare of the like main exiting the Adventurer Guild Hall, and you're just out near the market area. You're like the Adventurers Guild is like the center of the tokens, and you're basically like right around like more towards the Zenari district, or facing the Zenari district, but you know you have to go east.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and make my way east, all the while, like, big eyes all around, like, wow, this is incredible. And if there's a pastry shop, I also go to the pastry shop. Because, man, dealing with that young fella beforehand really made me hungry.
Roll a perception check.
6.
You saw a bird fly to the sky and you get distracted, and you turn around and you're going west now. Or you don't know where you're going, but you're heading a direction.
Crap, I think, but I'm very proud, so I think I'm going the correct way.
Okay.
And I just full steam ahead. I'm just going straight down this road unless somebody stops me.
Barreling down the road, everybody just stares at the Dragonborn, stops it away, whipping carts and toppling fruit stands.
That's right. I'm
The
like,
guard comes up to
sorry,
you.
it's a genetic. It's I can't control it. So sorry.
5 minutes walking, a guard comes up to you, is like, hello? You did a number down like 5 blocks. Are you good?
And I thought, of course I am. I'm going, and I take out the letter again, and I shove it in his face. I'm going to meet this man.
He's like, okay, you don't have to be so, okay. He literally just like takes your hand, puts it down, tries to calm you a bit, and he's like, can I see the letter?
Here you go.
He takes the letter, looks at it. He's like, oh, you're in the south side. You're heading that way, and he points you, and he tells you exactly where you go. And he hands you back the letter.
Okay, I grab it back, and I'm like, I knew that, and I also grab the tip of my tail just to like keep it from making more mess, and then I'm pretty big, so it looks like I'm almost tiptoeing, because now I'm gonna try to be a little more careful, because I'm a little embarrassed, and I'm gonna head the other direction.
Okay. Following the guard's instructions, you head towards the lenses, which is very beautiful, and like all of these houses are like, you kind of figure out why they called the lenses, because each house is kind of like a lens, and when the sun shines on it, it's like so bright you have to cover your eyes. But all these houses are like fully formed like glass. It's like those fancy modern glass houses that you see rich people have. It's like that times 5.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. And like you try to see inside the house, but once you start staring at the house, the glass fogs and you can't see inside the house anymore, which is pretty cool. But you're in noble like rich boy rich boy territory here.
This is a weird concept in my mind too, because I know that my scales glitter, so anytime the light hits me, I'm gonna feel like Edward from Twilight.
You're a walking disco ball right now.
I know. I'm just like
because of the
shining.
refractions.
Not only am I huge with a tail and dragonborn, but I'm also a disco ball in the center of town. So I am going to keep heading to the building the man in the the original building had told me about. But as I go to, I'm going to keep trying to peep in windows even though they fog because it just fascinates me. And
Okay.
and I'm gonna kind of like gawk at everybody because I'm just, not from here. Kind of like when you go to New York City for the first time, you're just like, what is this? Why is it? And then I look at myself too periodically, like, wow, I'm so brilliant.
It's kind of cool and kind of weird on the people's house. How the house owners are just like, what? Why?
I just
But
like peep in and there's a child starts crying. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to cause the grass. Goodbye.
half of the time, the owners are like those old people. They're like, get off my lawn, type of stuff.
Get
and you
off
just walk
my
away.
lawn. The world is my lawn.
But you see, it's pretty easy to find the guild hall because when you look down the road, there's this gigantic, enormous building that it looks like a castle, but it's not really a castle. It looks like it's like a fusion of an IKEA and it's like a gothic IKEA, basically. That's what this guild hall looks like. It's like very huge.
I get the sudden urge to go shopping for furniture before entering. I really should decorate my place some more after I win this bounty.
Or you can buy your own house since it's 10,000 gold.
That's true, that's true.
So you go in front of this guild hall, this ginormous wall meets you. There's like an outer like wall inside in front of this guild hall, and then you see two like Umbra guards, which is like the elite guard of Phaelin and basically the whole continent of Zenith, and they just stare at you. They cross their spears, blocking you from entry, and they just stare at you.
I know how to handle this situation. Kash has read about this kind of scenario before.
And the
So
plethora of books you read as a child wanted you to become a budding adventurer. Makes sense.
Kash waves his hand discreetly as if to pause the guards, unloads after several minutes his giant war gong, and says, I would like an audience with the man in this letter, and then rings it persistently until he gets an audience.
The guards look at you in disbelief and just a slight cock to the head. They're like, like you can't see their face, but you know they're like, what the hell is happening right now?
I think that they are in awe of me and my great performance talents as I ring the gong and what was the man on the letter's name again?
Marquise.
And I'm like, Marquise, come to meet me so that I may continue your quest and help you of your health hazardous material lab and find your stolen goods and get paid so I can shop at this brilliant gothic IKEA.
So after about like 15 minutes of hitting that gun, the guards don't even pay much attention to you. But it's you can't be like you're kind of like awestruck in how like poker face these guards are. Like they seem to be like really determined on handling their orders, and you understand their orders are just to block the entrance of unknown person or personnel. And after 15 minutes, a very old man in about like a kind of like an auctioneer's like very high class auctioneer outfit walks up to you, and he saunters up. He's like, all right, honey, stop ringing that gong. What would you like?
I have come to meet this man and fulfill this letter. And I hand him the letter because I feel like he is of equivalent stature and I respect him already for his suitable attire.
He like his hand shakily grabs the letter. He's like, this is a little. He's like a cute little old brittle man, and he adjusts his little glasses. He's like, oh, I see. Come this way. It's okay. He's fine.
I pack up my
And
gong and then get on my way.
this old man's like pretty slow. You're going like it takes like you go ahead of him and then you have to wait for him for like 2 3 minutes. It takes you like 20 minutes just to get inside the hall.
um,
Which is kind of annoying, but you don't mind it. You're getting your first ever official high ranking job.
right.
You're
I will
excited.
follow, which is okay.
You enter this hall and it's ginormous. You see like three gigantic chandeliers, like each in different sizing. Like the first one you see is like very big, and the second one's like medium, the last one's like small, but they're all like large, but comparatively sized. They go in like a diagonal all the way up to the roof. And
Okay.
you see this long gold carpet going
Ooh.
straight towards the reception desk. This it's very familiar to you, but it has less seating because this hall is just filled with like it's kind of like a museum. Like the front of this hall is like a museum, but every time you look up to something that's like interesting and you read the little placard on it and it's actually for sale, but all this stuff is expensive. So you can't afford any of these, but they're nice to look at.
Nice. Okay.
So you're in this gigantic hall with a bunch of showcases like here and there, and there's people talking, browsing around, and the walls of at the end of the walls of each side of this gigantic great hall, there are actually shopping windows and there's doors for like shopping. This is like the front of this guild hall is like a mall.
So I'm going to.
It's
I
huge.
very quickly and discreetly tie the tip of my tail to my gong horn so I don't break anything in the hopes that I don't have to buy anything. So I'm just gonna tie it to my war gong belt and it'll wriggle but it won't hit anything.
The old man's just walking and he sees you do that and he's like, "Oh, it's okay, Sonny. There's everything here is magic. Physical things won't hurt anything. These things have been bumped and fell over many of times." It continues, ushering you towards where the guildmaster is.
I continue to follow him, still nervous about potentially having to pay $10,000 for a strange object in the window.
Yeah, these are too expensive. You follow the old man all the way up a spiral staircase. You have a sense that all these like guild halls are pretty much similar in like design, but each one has like a different furnishing. Your guild hall is more kind of like tavern-esque, like it's very like dive bar.
Ooh,
Your
okay.
guild hall, but it's a nice place and you get good training. So you go up the spiral staircase towards this gigantic gold inlay red wooden door, and the old man is just like, please wait here 5 minutes. He is talking to somebody." And the old man just saunters off slowly, turns, and then goes down the hall, and you're just sitting there for like 5 minutes.
I'm going to just, while I'm waiting, observe the door and think to myself, do I have enough strength to kick it down? And I make that one of my ultimate goals in life. But eventually, my grand entrance to that room will be destroying that door.
One day I can destroy a gigantic door like this.
One day, and a little tear comes as I think about it. To destroy a door made of gold.
It's very beautiful though, because like we're on the second floor. It's kind of like an open long hallway, and on the walls are like ginormous paintings of uh Zanzibar itself, and
Ooh.
it's like a gigantic map, and then there's even more cases, but when you look at the placards, these are not for sale. These are for display, and you see like a plethora, just like every like 5 or 10 feet, just like a case, and there's just like random items, some of them rare, some of them ancient, some of them broken, and most of them are like really old and probably have no much actual use, more like more stuff for like whatchamacallit, museums. But yeah, you wait there for like 5 minutes. The giant door here open, and just a tall, like, female looking elf just saunters off, stares, gives a quick look, and then gracefully goes down the stairs, and now the door is open for you.
Before proceeding, I think to myself, I've gotten a lot of looks today. This town seems incredibly racist. That or they just don't know my people well enough. And then I continue into the door, also thinking, I wonder if she's also a guild master herself.
You walk in, and it's a pretty dim-lit room, but it's curious. Make a perception check.
14.
You look around the room, and you see there are candles, and there's torches everywhere. But the main light in the room is the person sitting at the desk.
Ooh.
And you never actually seen this before. It's very, like, you're very intrigued. Like, you read a lot of adventure books and other books just so you can know about the world, but you never actually read about anyone who can glow.
I confidently walk up into this man's personal bubble to look him in the eyes, to really see him and look him up and down. And I know it's going to be very impersonal, but I don't care. I want to see what is making this man glow. So I just saunter straight into his face. And really glare at him and say, what is this magic that makes you glitter better than I?
As you walk up towards this glowing figure, you see he's doing that thing where he goes back into his like office chair and then kicks his feet up on his own desk. He's like doing they're like doing that and then just going through some sort of book. It's a huge book with a lot of pages, and they're just reading and then writing stuff down. And as you saunter up and do all that, you look at him and you look at them, and then they are like you read about tieflings before, but you never seen a tiefling that their hair is made out of like their fire.
Ooh.
Like their whole hair and their tattoos on their whole body also glow a fiery glow, and their eyes are like golden fire. And they look at you and they're like, yes, what is the purpose you come here?
I have received this letter, and I place it down onto the desk near his feet. And I have come to answer the call for this letter, and I was hoping for more information.
As you look at this person, they're very androgynous. You don't know if they're male or female, but they pick up the letter and they read it through, and they're like, oh yes, I sent this letter, but you don't really look high ranking of a sword. Is this your first job?
I don't even respond. I unleash my tail and have it just whip the desk out of the way.
It's funny, cause the moment you unfleur your tail just calms down and just goes on the floor.
Freaking. Okay. I decide to just lean on myself then. Sir, I say with all calmness that I can muster, they would not have sent anyone but the best for this mission. Do you really have that little faith in the hole that I've come from? You disrespect me with this, should I just dismiss your letter altogether? Or do you want your spiders and lava to go away, as well as retrieve your materials? Because I can leave it to a lower level if you'd like.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
You're persuading them that you're not a lower
18.
level 18. The 18, their face slackens in intensity and they look at you with uh not they just look at you like less like disdain and more just normal and they're like, well, okay, but I haven't seen many how'd you say dragonborn with your type of essence, but well, let's see. First, he goes in his ledger and just looks around, puts the book down, stands up, goes to a bookshelf on his side and looks through it, pulls out a book, goes back to his desk, flips it open. Yes, okay. That letter was confirming. As I look at my notes. Okay. In the wares, there's a storage area that I own. It is the big one. Because I'm the guild master. But anyway. Go there. There is an underground entrance inside the building. I don't know how or who got in, but it's very strange. Chaos mages. I've been here for eons, but I thought we finally got rid of them. But I digress. I just want to know what happened to my stuff. Here, and he gives you they give you like a medallion with two moons interlocked to each other but facing opposite directions, which is basically which looks like two seas that are in lock. But they're different colored moons. One's white and then one's like gray, and surrounding that symbol is like gold filigree, and the whole like medallion itself is gold, and it's pretty weighty. Like it's a pure gold medallion with two moons facing different directions, emblem, and he gives it to you. They give it to you, and they're like, show that to the guards in the wares, and they should let you in. If you find out anything, or if you can even get in, because there was unforeseen thing happening there. I don't know the details. I'm very busy. There might be another chaos war in the making, but stress. They rub their temples, and you see the person's very stressed out, and their hair and also their tattoos change color into like this dark navy blue, and with a sad face on their face, and their whole demeanor like diminishing. Like, you really never seen this before. Like, his whole body is a mood changer ring, basically.
Ooh.
Like their whole body is like a mood ring, and they're like, it's very stressful, but I'll work with it. I'll do whatever I can. And they shake off what they're feeling, and the hue changes from like pink to back to the fiery orange they are. And they're like, okay, give you the medallion, go to the wares, stands up again and draws you a map. I'm very insightful. I know everyone here, and I don't know you, so here's a map to the wares. You're probably gonna get lost anyway. Vit, go. I have work to do. And they just sit back down and start going through their ledgers again.
I take both items. Slightly insulted during this meeting at multiple occasions, but also feeling in awe and bewilderment of not only the incredible brightness that changes colors in the form of this person, but also the fact of their status, which I respect and which one day I hope to accomplish. So I bow down to them and leave the room, looking for that small, very slow butler man.
Before you leave the room, make another perception check.
8.
You kind of see it, but you kind of don't. you think you're imagining, but you see like the their weapons that when you first saw were on their person, and now they are floating in the air. And you look towards the door and look back, and they're back on their person. You might imagine it, but they had floating weapons, which is weird. But you go off out the door closes behind you, and the old man is actually waiting for you in front of the door, and he's like, "Okay, uh, if you'd like, you can spend some of your money here. Just go down the staircase and go whence you came. I have to do some things, but good on you. Thank you for helping." And he slowly walks off again.
Goodbye, slow older gentleman. I will see you later. And then I go down so I can proceed to potentially purchase items to bring with me along in this journey.
Okay, as you go downstairs, it's basically just like a mall. So you have like different floors and like stairs and weird contraptions that go up, levitate up and down. You don't know what they're called. You've never been in a city, but there's like these weird boxes that go up and down when you press a button. It's very weird for you.
The magic! I just sit in one and press it for like a good 5 minutes.
There's like a line behind you
down,
now.
up,
It
down.
goes up and down.
This is a miraculous! I must tell my mom!
So as you go up for the last time, you're on the second floor. The second floor is like it's a giant like square ring around this like gigantic hall, and there's only like 2 floors. And the top floor you see like it's like in glass windows, and each shop has like a different types of items. There's 10 shops, each with different types of items. What kind of your items are you specifically looking for?
I'm going to look for any type of armor pieces that look like they might be heat resistant or poison resistant.
Armor to for I'm just gonna remind you that you have well, you can have armor, but it might lower or raise your armor class because you have unarmored the unarmored thing. So but it's up to you. You can wear armor if you do like, but it might lower your
Oh,
armor
I
class.
see what you mean. When it's like, oh,
Yeah.
how do I shrink this?
But you can wear armor, but you can only wear either medium, light, medium, or just have a shield on you. But it's up to you. So are you gonna look for armor or weapons? What kind of shopping are you doing before you go off into your mission?
Will I need to have like food?
Well, every rest you technically just eat every time you rest, so you don't need to get food. Everybody has just a ration pack, so you're fine. But you can get food if you like.
I'll get some food. And I'll look for any, like, particular items that stand out for me that might have some sort of magical purpose. Anything I might be able to carry with me to help me.
Make an investigation check.
Hi.
See if you can find the store.
9.
9. You walk into a restaurant. They ask you if you would like to stay in or take out.
I say take out of an assortment of steaks and mac and cheese. For the long journey ahead, of course, I need my protein.
They don't know what that is, but you stepped into a bakery. They don't serve that here, but they give you they give you like this bread that's it looks like plain bread, but once you open it, there's hot dogs inside and some sort of like sauce that's been injected into this meaty pastry.
I take a bite and it's delightful and I ask for several more. It's amazing. The food in this country, it's so fantastic.
All right. I'll have you minus let me just look something up. That's gonna be around. Let's say about 5 copper. So
Where's my money at?
it should be in your inventory and your currency. You just remove 5 copper, and it should automatically do it. If not, then you should have I think like 9 gold and 1 electrum. If I do my calculations right, I'm not sure, but yeah. So don't worry, I'll note it for you, and I'll fix it later or the next time we do this.
Because I don't think it's... Yeah, I don't think it's just gonna load it for me.
Yeah, it's fine. So you give them 5 copper, and now you have pastries. You have meaty pastries. What else would you like to do?
And let's see, what other...
Are you still looking for magical items?
Yes, I do wanna. I want a second attempt. I navigate away from my hungry stomach, and I'd like to continue a little bit further to search for something that I feel like will stand out and help me in my quest. That's not armor or weapons, because I have my weapons already. So I want to look for. Unless there's a pair of dual hand axes in there as well, but I already have those, so I wouldn't need them. Yes, I'm going to continue looking.
Okay, make another investigation.
Now, never mind. I'm not continuing to look at a 2.
Well, okay.
Where have I wandered to?
Well, amazingly, you walk into a smithy shop. Well, it's not actual a smithy, but it's a shop where you can buy like armors, tools, and items. So you found your way there somehow.
It's miraculous. And I begin to strike up conversation with the smithy. Sir, I'm going on a great quest, and I know that you want to help me. What do you have in mind for an area that I'm going to with lots of arachnids and lava? Yes, it's an interesting combination. I'm a great hero, what can I say? I deal with this on a regular basis. But do you have something in particular for those types of things?
They just stand there staring at you. And what you see in front of you is just a half-elf woman, and she's just looking at you with a raised eyebrow, and she's like, well, we have a plethora of items. What is your purview? Do you have anything do you need anything really specific? Or you just want the basic stuff?
I'll take the basics. Let's cover all of those. Primarily.
For sure. For regular basic things, I'll be right back. And then she goes into the back, and you hear some muffled talking. Then she comes out. She's like, Dona said you were talking with the master of the guild hall. Can I ask why?
I'm going on a great quest for the master. I must go intercept some fiends that have stolen a shipment of his goods from his facilities.
Make a persuasion check, because they're not really believing you.
17.
17. She raises her eyebrow again, goes in the back, and comes out with another dragonborn. You haven't seen a dragonborn in this town yet, but you see this big, jolly, white dragonborn, and he walks up to you. He's like, Well, I'll be. I ain't seen Black Dragonborn out here in Faline, but you're interesting, so I hear you're doing a little shopping for your great quest for the master. So, what you like, fellow Dragonborn?
I shout, brother, and I go and I hug him, and I'm like, oh, it is so great to see the likes of another one of us out here in the ranks. Yes, I am on a great grand quest, and I'll tell you all about it. And I hope you can get me outfitted.
It's weird when you hug him. Like this Dragonborn is huge, like bigger than you.
I
Like,
hug
a foot
his like
taller than you
leg.
and wider than you. No, you're like hugging his round belly, and you're not even like going all the way around him. Like he's a very big Dragonborn. And he just looks down at you. He's like, well, it's nice to see one of our kind walking around here and adventuring. Most of them are up in Zenari, but I digress. I stay here. Nice local living, selling my materials. But, the master... You doing a thing for the master?
I say,
I'll be
yes,
right back.
I have a letter as well if you need it, but any help would be greatly appreciated.
He looks at the letter, like, trepidatiously, like, kind of scared looking at a letter without the master's permission. He's like, that's no worry. And he walks off, and he just stomps. Like when he walked up here, it didn't really make a sound, which was interesting. But when he walks off, he kind of relaxes, and he's like, way in the back, and he comes back, and he comes back with like a pouch and this weird, like, it kind of looks like what's it called? It's like a snow globe,
Oh,
but on the inside it's clear. It's kind of like a glass ball, but it's like a snow globe make, and there's nothing really inside. But he hands that to you as well. He's like, it's on the house. And this one too, for fellow Dragonborn. We all need help out here. And remember, you always got a friend here in the shop. The name's Z, by the way.
Z.
And
Z, thank you. You are a true Dragonborn right there. Also,
you shake his hand, and his hand is bigger than yours. And he only has like 3 fingers, and when he grasps your hand, kind of hurts. This Dragonborn is way stronger than you.
I feel the pain in my hand and I wince, but I'm also like, wow, that's the kind of dragon I want to be. And I just like, when he lets go, I just look at my hand in awe, like, oh, what a great dragon. He's so strong. This is like my dream. And then I also take the snow globe and I tap it and I'm like, is this fragile? Should I be worried about this?
He's like,
I'm like, oh,
don't touch that yet, Cher.
okay,
Just
okay.
put it in the pouch, and when you're very, very in trouble, throw it. Don't touch it, not now, but later. And in the pouch there's 2 regular potions that were meant for the north, but we forgot to give it upon the shipment, so we just had them laying around, but it's fine. The master will understand. And he gives you the pouch and the weird snow globe. You put the snow globe in the pouch, heeding his warnings, and he ushers you. He gives you thanks, and you're out the shop, back towards the main guild hall, merchant guild hall, and now you're outside of the facility, just for expedience sake, and you're off to investigate. You know where you're going, to the wares.
Yes.
And you have a detailed map.
Let's go. I just start pushing on out. We're going straight there.
Alright, you follow the map towards the wares, which is like a 10-20 minute like walk, but you're a big dragonborn. You have long strides, and you head towards the wares, and it's right when you go past the gates. It's where it's weird because like the lenses, everything's just one solid kind of structure, and then the wares are just like bunches and bunches of warehouses, like along the edges of the wall and then along every like walkway. But they're all homes, but intertwined with each home is one storage facility. And like straight on down the road, you see like edging on the horizon gigantic walls with like uh weird weapon like units that are unmanned, just like staring straight at, like aiming right at you, but like not activating in some sort. You just don't know what they are. They're just like these weird metal contraptions on top of the walls. And you see just a line of soldiers at the end of the wares.
I take note of the things that could potentially, attack me in the future. That's just my anxiety coming in as a Dragonborn. But I walked up with the dual moon pendant in hand, being like, this is the key that the master gave me so I can complete this quest, and I shall show it to the gods on standby. This time they would let me in without any hesitation. And I walk right up to them.
As you walk right up, you see this big, like, you never seen this type of race before ever. Like this ginormous man. Make a history check.
Ooh.
See if you can remember what you read in your books.
12.
What was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 12. Okay. You remember these are Goliaths. This is the first time you've seen a Goliath. And this guy is humongous and ripped. And you remember reading, like, they usually stay in the mountains, but being up and close to a Goliath, you're actually intimidated for the first time. This is a very intimidating person.
I believe I speak giant. So I'm going to go ahead and try to communicate with him and be like, good sir, very large, very intimidating, sir as you are. I like you.
Are you saying this in giant?
Yes.
Okay, as you walk up, starting to talk in giant, he stares right at you, and with a raised eyebrow, in giant, he's like, "Oh, Dragonborn, no. I'm, 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 He seems like kind of nervous. You kind of see the intimidating factor falls, and he looks very nervous. He's like he looks like he's on the first day of the job.
Is
He's just
he like really close to me at this point?
You're like 5 feet away from each other, and he's like against the wall, he's like to the left of the door, and he's just one of the two like big imposing guards, and he you get a sense that he's kind of new and he's just there for sentry duty. And he's
Alright.
like,
I go up to him, and I'm assuming I'm not much larger than this man's shoe, and I just tap him on the shoe, and I'm like, good sir, what is your name?
you're about like chest height.
Oh really?
He's
Okay.
not too taller than you.
I give him a little pat, and I'm like, sir, what is your name?
I'm Greg.
Hello, Greg. I do not mean to fluster you, Greg. I am here for the master. I'm on a mission for him. I have my passage, and I will show that to whomever. But I'm just glad to see a fellow out here bodybuilding, keeping strong. I see. You're a good man.
Are you saying all of this in giant?
Yep. I'm just having a good old day with this guy.
So as both of you are conversing in giant, another guard comes up to you, a more decorated man, and he comes up to you. He's like, are Are you two friends?
Well, we could be. He seems like a fine enough fellow, sir, but I see that you are decorated in arms. Am I to present this to you to allow me passage? And I show him the dual moon pendant.
He stares at you confusingly because you're like half speaking in giant and half speaking in common of your excitement. And he's like, can you say that again in common, please?
I switch gears and I'm like, yes, of course. Are
And
you?
he looks at the medallion that you're pointing to him. He's like, ah, yes, okay. Follow me. And he goes up to Greg. He's like, it's okay, Greg. You're doing a great job. And Greg's like, yes.
And I utter that too. I'm like, you're doing great, Greg. My favorite giant in town, buddy.
He's not a giant. He's a Goliath.
My favorite
like half
Goliath in town, buddy.
You see Greg smile and his cheeks redden. He's like, hey. And the decorated as he obviously is the captain of this place. He stumps his staff and he's like, oh. And Greg just goes back into position, just staring intensely.
Nice.
And then the captain's like, okay, don't bother my man, but follow me. And he leads you inside the wares, and this isn't just one basic ginormous warehouse that basically looks like a mansion, and it's basically empty. There's no walls ever. Like anywhere you look is just boxes and boxes and boxes. It's like a load of shipping crates, and this place is huge. Your voice actually echoes like if you yell. Like you hear a slight echo every time you speak loudly, and it's a humongous place. And he leads you. It takes like 45 minutes just to get to the back of this place, and he leads you towards a locked off area in the facility, and you see it looks like a trapdoor, but it doesn't really look like. It looks like part of the floor is missing, and it just, you don't know why. It's just very curious of you. And he sees you staring at that. He's like, don't worry about that. It's just magic. And he hits his staff down, and you see a portion of the floor just close. And he taps it again, and it opens.
I look at him. I'm starting to get the hang of this magic concept. But I look at him and I'm like, so what is... I know what has happened according to the letter, but what is the status update of what is going on here? Are you guys... Are things fairly secure aside from the fact that people ran away with your goods, or are there still spiders and lava below us?
Well, we have been trying to update Marquise, but some of our men went missing, and some of my men, one of our scouts went to check ahead, and he disappeared. I'm kind of afraid to go in because I'm supposed to just watch the whole of the area. I can't really focus here, and the fight up north is already discerning, so I have to make preparations for more protection, so can't really do much, but you have the emblem, so good luck. He pats you on the shoulder, and he's like, yeah.
And
Well,
what
if
was
you find...
what was the name of the man you sent in earlier, in case I find him, dead or alive?
I'm not... I'm the commander of the whole base. I'm sorry, I really don't know everyone. I know it's a misconception for most captains, but we have different squads, and I just captain the other captains. But yeah, I'm not sure what his name is, but one of our infantry sent a scout down there, and he didn't really return. Some men tried to go in there, but every time we were blocked by large amounts of spiders. We got most of them, but the king doesn't want to waste resources on just missing shipments, but Marquise thinks it's something more, so he sent a letter to the Ventures Guild, and I guess we have you. So, yeah. Good luck down there. I'll keep watch just to make sure no one bothers you.
All
As
right.
he stands guard with his other and pulls out a communicator you never seen before. It's this weird like silver white stone, and he speaks towards it, and then in like 2 minutes, just a giant group of soldiers come, and he's like, "All right, men, make a perimeter, make sure everything that is not this fellow Dragonborn here come out. I have work to do, but all right, good luck." He patches you on the soldier and starts walking off. And now you have this open space that has stairs descending down, and you
I
have guards guarding the exit, making sure nothing pops out if you don't come back.
Before Cash descends, he wants to take a look around the warehouse currently to make sure there's nothing of use in and around all these boxes.
Are you trying to steal something?
Potentially.
Make first make a perception check. See if anything's hanging out.
Cash continues to be bewildered. He has 7.
7. Well, the boxes look pretty sealed, so you can't really do much. You don't see anything sticking out.
That's fine. All right. I build up my resolve and determine it is time. I must head in. It's the only way, and I must find this poor scout, or at least what's left of his body, just so we can report that back. I will descend into the darkness.
As you descend the stairs, let me add just let's see. Here. We'll just use this as your icon for now.
Awesome.
Okay, so you walk in, and what you see in this light up room is a bunch of dead spiders, fallen columns, and places have been webbed up. And it's pretty bright out here. There's still like torches lighting, and you can see like pretty much the whole area, but this is sparse. You see that this area of the hold is empty. There's not really much cases and stuff here. Seems to be picked clean, but there's just a bunch of spiders. What would you like to do?
We need to take care of this infestation. I'm going to incite an altercation with the spider closest to me.
These are all dead spiders.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm going to proceed through the hall, taking care to make sure that I see as much as possible.
All right. Where would you like to go? You see this whole big thing. You see a hallway to your right, and then a door right straight ahead.
I'm going to head towards the hallway. The 30 paces that I can.
You're not in combat, so it's pretty easy to go there. Just
nice.
looking through all the spiders and stuff. And right when you hit this hallway, make a perception check.
17.
17. You hear a little skittering down the hall and little clicks and clacks.
Okay.
And you hear hisses.
So there's definitely spiders ahead. Not that I don't want to fight the spiders, but I'm also curious about the door. So can I also now head down towards the door and like open it and try to see what's in there?
Yeah, sure. So you backtrack all the way towards this door. What are you doing at the door?
Whipping it open.
You go for the handle and it's locked.
Can I break it down?
Sure, you can. Make just roll general damage. So, your hand axes, just roll the damage die. Pretty easy to hit a door.
8.
You slash it and make a hole. You're almost there.
Can I look through the hole?
Okay, make a perception check.
Don't fail me now. 10.
10. Looking through, you see, like, lava being slowly poured from the
Crap!
ceiling of this thing. It's not, like, close to the door, but you have, like, ways away, but there's, like, just a bunch of lava pouring out of nowhere. You just see, like, this black expanse. Like, it looks empty, but there's lava pouring down. You don't know why.
All right.
That's all you see.
So I'm gonna go ahead, full speed down Spider Tunnel, because at this point Kash is like, if I open this door, I'm going to have to seal the magma hole, and I don't have enough information for that. So let's just go beat up some spiders.
Okay, so you trek back towards the hallway. Are you just walking towards it, or?
Yep, we're just gonna
Saunter
Okay.
straight down.
As you saunter straight down, first thing you see is not just huge spider, but like a medium-sized, like dog-sized spider, just slowly creeping up. And for that, we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative. So hit the initiative button and roll it for me.
Wait a minute, where's the initiative button?
Right beside your armor.
Oh, yeah.
21.
Okay, you go first. What would you like
Sweet.
to do?
Oh, I lost the map. What?
I'm going to whip a hand axe towards him without moving. I'm just gonna throw it at him.
You're gonna throw your hand axe?
Yep, I'm just gonna let it flip in the air a few times.
Are you lobbing it or straight at him?
Straight at him.
Okay.
Like it's some sort of bar game. I'm just whoosh.
Make yeah, just see if you can hit it. So click the hit/DC button. And tell me the number.
21.
Well, that hits. Roll damage.
3. 10.
10. The spider, you hook the hand axe and it spins whoosh, right into its head. And you just see the spider twitch and then fall to the ground. And that spider is dead.
My heroic story continues. I go and retrieve my hand axe and then continue
Easy enough to
forward.
I'll still go by the same initiative. You come up to another spider. So like right about here. And that another spider saunters up from the corner of this web and sees you. I'm just gonna roll initiative for that spider. Alright. You see it? What are you gonna do?
I am going to. I'm gonna try the same thing. I'm just gonna try to lob it at it, or not lob it. Go straight for it. We're gonna see if I can be cool enough to set 2 off. You know.
Okay, you can throw it, but it'll be at disadvantage, which means you roll the hit thing twice and you take the lower one. You can step closer to make it just a straight roll if you like.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let me go up 15 feet.
Okay, 5, 10, 15. Okay, now you're able to throw it properly.
All right, let's. What is B? 26. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, natural 20. All right, that's a crit. You throw the axe and just you throw it with like all your strength, and you just see the spider get bisected, like cut in half.
Nice. I'm feeling. Kash is getting a little ego, you know.
So before that, roll your damage and then times it by 2.
Oh, wait, roll my damage and times it by 2.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah. It's dead.
Nice.
You
Sweet.
cut it and bisect it.
I go and pick it, my hand axe again, and I kiss it, and I'm like, oh, so trustworthy, and I put it back.
So as you turn the corner, you see the spider, but also make a perception check.
My perception, 20.
You see a bunch of dead bodies, and at the end, you see glittering abundance of gold at the end of the tunnel, or at the end of this hallway. And at the end of the hallway, you see like another. It looks like a flat floor. It looks like a dead end, basically. You have an inkling that it's probably a false floor, but you don't have the key to open it. So, but you do see gold laying on the floor, and just it's like 3 dead soldiers on the ground.
Okay.
And you see the spider. What would you like to do?
So
Now, where all the webs are is difficult terrain, so every step you take will be 10 feet, because it's very slow to get through here.
can I attempt to like cut the webs, or like hack them?
Yes, that'll be your whole turn trying to hack at the webs in front of you.
Oh, that's a long time. Let's see. And there's a long way to go. But there's a.
Up to you.
Do I see the spider?
Yes.
All right, let's try to.
It's like gnawing on this body right here, but it looks up at you. It's just hissing.
Yeah, let me go ahead and let me take my javelin and try to throw it at him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for your javelin.
Oh wait, 9.
9. You throw it, and you miss, and it hits the wall and skids off to the end of the hallway.
No, my javelin. Okay.
You still have, that was your action. You still have your bonus action and your movement.
I'm going to move 20 feet ahead of me for now. And then, actually, no, let's just do the full 30 because that won't get me too far anyways.
Okay.
And
That's going to be difficult terrain. So 10,
yeah.
20, 30. You're not next to the spider. The spider's like over here.
Can I
You're
also check this dead body because I'm just like intent on finding out if the scout is alive or if he's dead. Is this the dead
you already used your action.
Oh,
You have
yeah,
to-
okay.
It's an action to investigate. But you still have your bonus action. You can do anything in your bonus list.
Oh, here it is. I could do 2 weapon fighting. Or
Yeah, so raging, just to remind you, halves all physical attacks to you, so. And you get bonus damage when raging. Or you can just throw your axe again.
I think I'm just gonna throw my axe.
Okay. Go ahead and throw it.
We got a 20 to hit.
Okay, roll your damage.
And a 9 for damage.
Another spider. Another one just bites the dust.
Nice.
Sticks in its head.
We're clearing this dungeon.
I'm gonna have you make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. Okay. Wait. Oh wait, no, that's not the. Is that the saving one?
The
No,
saves
it's
are in the
this
little
one.
box.
This one. 14.
14. All right, that's enough. You don't get stuck to the webs.
Sweet.
You're able to walk forward in it, and you
Yay.
see like little bunches of gold here and there. see the spiders were taking the shiny stuff out before
Nice.
eating all these corpses.
I'm gonna take my hand axe and like saw out the web so I can take all the gold.
Okay, you're out of combat, so you can do that. You clear the webs, and you take about just 120 gold
Nice.
altogether. It's not like a lot, like a huge pile, but it's just like little smatterings here and there.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. So you're at the end of this hallway, and there's just a dead bodies laying around. Some of them are just fully skeleton already.
Ooh.
Some of them are like have skin just off, and like half skeleton, half just they're just dead people. Really grotesque. Walking through here, it doesn't really phase you because you're trying to be that brave dragonborn, but it really scares you a little bit.
It's
'Cause
super
this is your
gross,
first
and I'm
time.
like, maybe I won't check that. I'll just go back towards the lava room now.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Constitution. Boop. 16.
Okay, you get a little throw up, but you put it back down. These bodies are rank, and this is the first time you ever seen a dead body like this. It's kind of grossing you out, but you don't throw up on yourself.
Awesome. I'm still like kind of like hacking, but then
Yeah,
I'm thinking of the master too, and my new dragonborn friend, and I have to be strong for that.
All right, as you saunter back, it takes you like a good 20 minutes just to go all the way back, but you cleared that part of the area, and now you're back here where all the dead spider bodies are.
To the lava room.
All right, you go all the way to the door. It's chopped up, but it's still locked. There's a sliver, kind of like here's Johnny type of stuff.
Oh,
You can put your head through. That's it.
I'm going to try to just hack it down. I'm just gonna hack at the lock.
Okay, you just do another damage roll for me.
5.
5. Yeah, you split the door open. Now it's like one of those Texas saloon doors.
I just go ahead
You
and
can
hop
just-
right in.
Yeah, you hop in, and it's very like you're dragonborn, but you're the type of dragon that is resistant to acid. It's hot in here. You're starting to sweat,
Oh gosh.
and as you look in, it's very bright in here. It's kind of like walking into like a volcano, and lava pools are falling down, and it's very just intense. But but you can do whatever you want. You're just like in this little corner. You don't see much over here, but the bright light of the lava is heating, and you see that little heat wave effect.
Yeah.
It's like really hot in here.
Cash is like starting to sweat, like pulling on his collar, like, oh gosh, they didn't tell me to be this hot. Lava, is so hot. I gotta remember that. And then like skirts the wall towards the right hand side to just just to see if there's anything worth his while in this room, because he's like, they've got to have gone somewhere.
So as you slowly caress the wall, you see another spider just basking in the heat, seemingly unfazed by this heat.
This is a great time to practice the javelin again. I'm just, I'm starting
Sure.
to wind up my shoulder, like, oh
You're
yeah.
out of the initiative, so I'll let you roll initiative again while I roll.
Okay.
I'm rolling great today.
15.
Cool, I got a 2, so you're going first.
You jinxed yourself right then and there.
It was almost a 20, but it's like, eh.
I have
Okay, you're going first.
15 to hit with my javelin.
Throwing your javelin 15, yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Woo.
You only have
10.
You had 4 javelins. You threw 1. You have 3 javelins left. Well, now 2.
I got 10.
10.
Yes.
Yeah, that spider's donezo.
Sweet. Can I go and retrieve my javelin?
Yeah, you can go up and take it back.
Okay.
It's hot to the touch though, because it's near the lava.
I like wrap it in I wrap my hand in a little piece of cloth and I put it by my war gong. My war gong must be 1,000,000 degrees on my back.
Yeah, you graze your war gong, and it's basically touching a hot pan.
I decide to put like a spider leg on there just to see if it'll taste good later, you know? Cook it up a little.
You're gonna use your war gong as a skillet?
I mean, you do what you gotta do in the world, right?
Sure, why not? Okay, you stuff a spider leg between the wooden board, the wooden protecting thing on your back, which is also on your protects you from the backpack, so you have separation. You're heavy dragonborn with all this stuff on your back.
Seriously. But man, look, it's like a portable cooking station that weighs 300 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going. Keep just walking, kind of feeling the walls for anything because it's so hot. And I'm like, I gotta get out of this room.
Yeah, it's really hot. When you get about here, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, jeez. Okay. 8. Oh no.
8?
Mm-hmm.
The heat is like really, really intense, and you're slowly wincing. And I'm sorry, but you're gonna take a let's see. It's pretty close. No, you're not going. To take 4 points of fire damage.
4 points. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Like it's really close. Like you're edging towards the wall, but it's like really close here, and it's like
Yeah.
super hot.
Gosh,
And your skin is scalding, and you're trying just to push off the pain, but it got to you.
Why did I have to be a black glittery dragon? This is intense on my scales.
Okay, you head towards the door.
I try to just bust it open. Like, I just need to get out of this room so fast.
You go for the handle. This door is actually unlocked.
Oh, sweet. I just rush through the door.
You rush to the door and you see a skeleton.
Oh, crap.
And it's weird. The skeleton it has like some sort of weird magic in its hand,
Oh,
and
he's
you're not
glowing.
really like you don't really understand magic, but you know it's out there.
Right. So I see his, like,
And just
twinkling thing in his hand,
Yeah.
and I'm like, the frick? Oh, I gotta be careful of this. This is the magic users.
right when you bust in, the skeleton creature just looks straight at you, and then his hand just starts going up into the sky,
Oh, crap.
and the two glowing lights, he crushes it, and it dissipates, and there's a white flash, and you're blinded, and he teleports all the way back. It looks like he's going for some distance, and you just saunter forward. And now let's roll another initiative.
Okay, let's see. Oh, come on. Oh, 11.
I got a 1, so you're going first. It's to the
Okay.
thing 5
Sweet.
or 9.
Sweet. Okay, he's really far
Oh,
away.
great.
I am
Yeah.
going to. One, two. I can't really reach him, so I'm gonna go ahead and walk straight ahead of me towards the alternate door, the 30 paces, just to try to close the distance a little.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's all you can go.
He's like one off from my stuff. So
I mean, you can try. You still have 3 more javelins and
that's right.
your hand axes.
Let's try another javelin. Let's whip another javelin and try to see if it works. Cause at this point
Right.
he flashed his little wavy sparkly thing and I'm getting nervous and I'm like, oh, this does not seem like good news. I'm just gonna try to whack him with something before he tries to hurt me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
15 to hit.
15. That hits. Go ahead and
Oh,
roll
snap.
damage.
Okay. You're taking it now, Skelly boy. 5.
5. You see the javelin just go. You chuck the javelin straight, and it goes, cracks the side of his skull, and a crack forms on his forehead, and it hits the floor, sticking to the wall.
Oh, crap.
The
Take
skeleton's
that,
still standing,
skeleton
looking
man.
at you with like really. The skeleton's. If a skeleton had actual face, it looks really mad, but you see the magic in his hand glowing more intensely
Oh, crap.
as it's just like at you. Now for the skeleton's turn. Since you threw something at it,
Cash
doesn't
is
like
confident in
getting
his dodging skills. Cash feels like he could like whip around.
Oh, you still have a bonus action if you want to use that before the skeleton's turn.
Oh, I'm a little worried about losing my stuff until I can get closer. So, can I skip a bonus?
Yeah, you don't have to use a bonus action.
Okay,
You
yeah.
can just move it.
I'll skip it for now because I want to get my stuff closer if I can.
Okay. So the skeleton looks at you, clutches his hand again, and this time he rears back and throws some magic at you.
Does he hit?
17. Just let me do some math. Does 21 hit?
What? 21. What is this against, by the way? 14.
You're-
yeah, that
you're on
hits.
the class.
That for sure hits.
Okay. And he's shooting a magic missile towards you. Or not a magic missile, a firebolt. Firebolt. Okay. Ooh, this might hurt. Oh. A bolt of fire streams at you and hits you right in the chest for 6 damage.
Oh no!
Yeah. These skeletons look pretty strong, but look very frail at the same time.
Ah, crap.
I can understand why he teleported away.
Oh no, I gotta take care of this guy.
And as a bonus action,
Oh,
the skeleton
no.
is gonna. No, I already used that. No, he's just gonna saunter even more backwards. Right there. And just. Try to rotate him. Stare at you more intensely.
Okay, we know he's
Rather
very
than back you up
lethal.
the chest right now. That's your turn.
Let's see. I have some potions, right?
Yeah. For my games, usually to drink a potion is an action. But I like fast-paced type of fighting because I like going through more story. But since this is a one-shot, I'll just keep going by my homebrew rules. So it's a bonus action to drink the potion, and you can do any type of action after that.
Okay, so
Would you like to drink a potion?
yes.
Okay, so it's just a regular potion. So, roll on the. There's like a little dice button on the bottom left side,
Mm-hmm.
and hit at the bottom of the list. Click the D4, and I think it's just give me a second. I think just 2D4. So
2d4.
make
Okay.
the 2D4 and then add 2. So that's how much you heal
6.
back.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
All right.
What'd you get for the healing?
6 in total.
6
Yeah.
plus 2, that's 8.
Oh no,
So,
that's with the +2. That's with the +2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. And then
You So you still have your movement and your action.
Okay, I'm going to move up 10, so that way I'm like standing on that table. And
Or you want to
I'm
get up
going
on the
to-
table?
Yeah, I'm just gonna climb on it in case he moves around anymore. And I'm gonna
Okay, 5,
whip my
10.
javelin. This is my last javelin. I'm gonna whip the javelin at him.
Okay. Roll for attack.
16 for attack.
16 hits.
Yes. Okay.
Roll for
And
damage.
6 damage.
6 damage. So much math. I'm just gonna relook at the rolls he did.
All the while, Kash is just like, "Give it up, you skeletal fiend! I shall have my vengeance for the master!"
11. Alright. You throw the javelin and you hit it in like the stomach region, even though it's the skeleton, and it goes in the cloak, out. It's hanging on by a thread. It's really hurt.
Oh,
There's cracks all over
jeez.
it.
That's
You
cool.
still have you move from here, so it's 5, 10, 20, 25. You still have 25 feet of movement left if you want to take the rest of it. But that'll be it. Or do you want to stay up here?
I'll stay on the table. It's more dramatic. So Kash thinks. He has the upper hand. He has the high
Okay.
ground.
I have the high ground. Okay. Now for the skeleton's turn. The skeleton is literally shaking because his bones are very brittle, and he's gonna. Well, let's see if I get that back first. Yes. Okay. He raises his hand,
Oh no.
grips it, and another flash.
What the heck?
And he teleports way back here. And now with you turned around, he's gonna bonus action. Do I have a bonus action? I hope I have a bonus action. Nope. That's all he does. He just stays in the corner. Now it's your turn.
Kash is just gonna yell out, "Why? Why do you keep trying to evade, you foul beast? Just let it be a noble end!" And rushes to the table below him, which is, I think, the max. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So on the edge of the table where it would be 30 paces. And
Here?
then, yes. And then, I'm still pretty far from him. I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's like out of range for everything. Sorry, I guess I'll have to end it there.
I mean, you can try, but it'll be at disadvantage. So you have to just do the hit die twice and take the lower one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I'll try it with my hand axe. I do have 2 after all. So we'll try one shot with the hand axe.
Okay, so roll hit die twice and take the lower number.
11 and 20. So 11.
11. That actually hits.
Oh my gosh, is it like
These
10?
skeletons are not. Yeah, this is just 10 AC. These are skeletons with cloth on them. They're not really armored up.
Right. Okay. And then
The
it
AC
hits,
is not that high.
it hits for 7.
7. You see. Well, how? Give me a dramatic mind painting of how you would like to destroy the skeleton creature with your hand axe.
Okay, so Kash, having already practiced multiple times on the spiders, he decides he really wants to fancy this up. He's on the table, he whips it around like you're going to throw one of those vault balls in school, and he just, he whips himself around, throws the axe while kind of gunning towards him a little bit, and he puts a lot of spin into it, aiming for his face. He wants to deepen the crack that he put in earlier. And he roars at the same time, just like bellowing, like, I will beat you! And then hopes for it to land.
So as you flourish and throw the axe, you see it spinning, and it's like it's kind of like slow motion, kind of like in the Matrix of the bullets. And you see the hilt, the back of the axe hits his face and it cracks inward, and it goes up, hits the ceiling, and then goes down his head, cracks the skull open, and makes it into dust. And you see just the body laying there, and the magic in the hand. You see the magic in his hand like glow intensely and then fizzle out, and you just left with a headless skeleton.
Kash stares in amazement and looks at his hands and goes over to his axe and picks it up, and he's like, "You're my favorite. Thank you for guiding my aim true." And
you
like
still have you have like 2 javelins like in these 2 walls right here.
Oh yes, can I want to get my equipment back, and I'd also like to just like survey the room and see if his flashy stick is still there or anything else of importance.
Sure, make an investigation check
Investigation.
to case the room.
I got a 5.
5? Not much to see, but you do see this chest over here.
Kash
just like a
rushes
bunch of
to the
dead bodies.
chest,
Okay.
hoping to find some dragon gold. He tries to open it with his axe. He wants to pry it open.
Are you gonna try to pry it open?
Mm-hmm.
Make a strength check. So the 19 strength, just hit that number above.
Oh, there it is. 13.
13, easy enough. These chests are not very strong.
Sweet.
You just it whips open, and inside you see just clothes and some belts. It's like nice clothing. Would you like to
Kash.
investigate further in the chest?
Yes.
Just like
I
the
want
first
to.
front, you see clothes.
I want to dig around.
Okay, make another investigation.
3.
3.
My investigation checks are so crappy.
You fiddle around, and it's just a bunch of clothes. They're nice clothes. This belt's pretty cool. It has the emblem of It's kind of cool because like the emblem is a dragon head, and
Ooh.
it's breathing like lightning, and it's like it's the form of a shield around the belt. That's a pretty cool belt.
I
So if you'd like to
decide
take it or not.
to take the belt and show my new blacksmith friend, because maybe he'd like the belt as well. You know, it could be a great gift.
Okay, so you now have a belt.
Sweet.
Just remember, or write down somewhere, you have a
Right.
belt with a dragon emblem. What else would you like to do? You can look through the room again if you'd like, or continue on to the next area.
Let's go ahead and continue on to the next area. Kash has seen the door, still does not want to go back to the lava room. It's like anything but that. There's got to be a back entrance. So we'd like to
All right.
continue.
You send forth. You try the door. It's locked.
Kash decides to break it open with his hand axe.
Okay. Go ahead. 2 swipes. Hit roll damage twice. Because you have 2 hand axes.
Okay, together, 15.
15. You break the door open, and you see another skeleton.
No! Why?
It whips around you, does the same thing, flashes, and teleports away.
Oh!
You don't know where it went. It literally just disappeared.
Right,
out of
it's
your
just
preview.
it's just out of the way. Let's see. Kash is hesitant. He already dealt with one skelly fellow, and it was a little nasty. But he is a hero after all, and he must make his name known. But there is another
But
door.
when you do enter the area, you do see another door that goes somewhere, and another lava pool, and a bunch of shipment, like a broken crate just burning, and a a dead person, just a charred person sinking slowly into lava.
Not wanting to have to go and char more spider legs or get his back burned by his war gong, he decides to go to the door on the left and spare himself some time in the heat.
Okay, so you head towards this door. It's also locked.
Smash it!
Okay, roll your damage.
17.
You go slash to both of your hand axes. This door is actually pretty sturdy,
Oh,
but
crap.
you did some damage to it. Would you like to try again?
Yes.
Okay, try again.
10.
10. With the final slash, it opens like a Texas door.
Nice.
You walk in. It's actually pretty dark in here. You don't really know what's... You see sunlight in the corner of the room, but it's pretty, like, dark.
Cash is
don't know
going
what's-
to keep wandering into the room. He has faith that if there's anything ahead of him, he'll take it on with no problem. So he's kind of just not even worrying at this point.
Okay, as you walk into the room, you see another skeleton
Ah!
stare at you. And he
Can't
turns,
go anywhere.
and he flashes and teleports, but this time right in front of you.
Don't freak.
And here we roll for initiative again.
What? Ah, I got a natural 1 plus 3. I got 4.
4. The skeleton's going first.
No,
You
Skelly
see
Man.
the skeleton is kind of different than the others. The magic where the hands glowing, it's not like red and blue like the others, but this one's like more, it has like it's like a menagerie of like hues in its hand, and then when it grips, it teleports right to you, and it's gonna go for 2 slashes.
Frick.
So let me roll, and then what was it? Doesn't 18 obviously hits.
Ah.
Okay, he slashes you for that. That's cocked. I threw it and then it went off my desk. That's 1 point of damage. Goes again, and 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh wait. Hold on. Yeah, 2 points of damage. I rolled an 18. That obviously hits.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Or 15.
Ooh.
That obviously hits. So 3 points of damage to ya.
Cash yells, "Skelly Man, I have no issue with you."
The skeleton's like right up to you. It's like you're on the table. You're like on the table. It's like slashing at you with its claws. What would you like to do?
I'm just going to axe it in the face.
All right. Roll for hit.
21 to hit.
Hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
5 damage. Back away from me, you foul skelly beast.
You swing down, whack, right in the face, and you see you literally cut a divot. Like, it looks like the skeleton has a scar now in its eye. That's where the axe is hanging, and you still have a bonus action. You can hit it.
I'm gonna hit it again. Let's see.
Or you can
19
rage
to
up to you.
hit.
19, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
9.
Another axe down towards it, and you have now both axes both right on his face. And how would you like to finish him off, as both of your axes are right in his skull?
Wait, is he dead, or do I have to fight?
I'm just letting you have a little flourish to kill him off. Their HP is not that high. They're very
Okay.
brittle. They only have like 50.
Cash jumps up, seeing both of his hand axes embedded. He does a twist and slams down with his feet onto the axes in his face, hoping to dig them even deeper into his skull.
As you jump in the air, you're a heavy dragonborn, so you go only like 2 feet off the ground. Good thing the table is pretty high. Gives you another 4 feet.
Nice.
As you launch down, carving through the skeleton, you just see his face crack into a perfect 3, like kind of like piece of slice, and it falls to the ground, and you just stomp on the rest of his bone.
Yeah.
Into like dust. Now you're alone in this room again.
All right, let's search. Let's search for another chest and look to see if there's anything interesting in the room.
You see a bunch of like weirdly goblins.
Oh.
Like you know goblins because goblins usually come up into your family's sheep farm, and they would try to steal or eat the sheep. And it's weird seeing them down here, but these goblins are like mummified, and also the people that are dead on the floor here are also mummified.
Oh, jeez.
It's very weird.
Kash is getting a
You do
very
see the-
eerie feeling.
You do see the chest at the end of the wall.
Kash very carefully walks over to the chest, now being aware that mummification is a thing that could happen, and he wonders if it could happen to Dragonborn.
Okay, as you walk up to the chest, what would you like to do?
Pry it open.
Like go roll another strength to rip it open.
Where is my strength?
Oh, is that just athletics?
No, just straight strength.
Oh, up here.
Yeah.
10.
And you got
10?
10?
Yep.
You pry it open, it takes you a bit, but dink, and it rips open. As you look inside, same thing, a bunch of clothes, but this time there's like a little pouch in the corner of the
Ooh.
chest.
I'd like to check out the pouch.
You pick up the pouch and you look inside of it. It's it's a bag of jewels, like just crystals, like gems and stuff. It's not a big bag. It's a small bag of jewels.
Kash is impressed with these jewels. He likes the way they glitter.
Just like your scales.
Exactly. He's a man of good taste and good quality gems. He pockets that.
Okay. You see also clothes and the same type of belt that you found in the other chest. Would you like to investigate further of this chest? See if it has more stuff?
Yes, he would like to investigate, but also take the belt because he thinks it would be great for him and his new Dragonborn friend to have matching ones.
Cool. So go ahead and roll investigation to see if there's anything more in this one chest.
9.
9. Same thing, it's just clothes. Other than that pouch.
So many clothes. Well, Kash is feeling pretty good with his matching belt set and gems. So he's going to go ahead and make his way back towards where he saw the other skelly foes to see what they might be hiding.
So you're going to this room?
Yeah.
Or there's another door right here.
Oh, let's go ahead into the other door. Kash's interest and curiosity has been piqued by said new door.
Well, you saw the door, but you just ignored it.
Oh. I didn't notice it at all.
But you now see this door. This door, you go up to it, it's locked.
Kash had been confused and bewildered by the skelly man's approach. So now he's going to slash open this new door.
Go ahead and roll damage.
7.
This door is actually pretty weaker than the other doors. And you just... You basically slash it right in half like a samurai, and you just walk through. And as you enter this room,
Somebody
you
just...
see
No!
2 skeletons.
Frank!
But they don't notice you right now. They're
Ooh.
actually... Oh, they're actually too busy, like, looking at this weird circle in the back of the room.
Ooh.
They don't notice you.
Kash is going to try to creep up just 15 blocks. Or no, he's going to try to creep up the 30 feet while intensely trying to figure out what they're doing to that circle in the room.
Okay, for point of movement, you don't have to go. You don't have to say you're moving 30 feet. Well, you can,
okay.
but that's just an indicator of how far you can go in battle. You're not in battle technically, so since you're creeping up, roll stealth.
Oh gosh.
See if you can creep up to them.
Oh no, I was 7.
7.
No.
Let me just look at these stats.
Grab.
7 total.
Yeah. Wait, total? Yeah. Just once, right?
Yep. As you take your first step,
Oh no.
you're and the 2 skeletons spin around
No.
and see you, and they immediately just give off this long, like dreadful,
Oh
and a
my
flash
gosh.
of light, and they actually just disappear.
Thank goodness. Kash is relieved.
I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
11.
11.
Yeah.
You take 2 points of psychic damage.
Oh, crap.
The wails of the skeleton ring in your head and basically give you a giant headache.
Kash is like growling for a second. He's like, what
And
the
then
heck?
you look up and those 2 skeletons are gone.
Kash is both relieved and
in pain.
Yeah, and currently he feels like his ears are bleeding. Very confused as to what just happened, but the room is clearer now, and he feels a little safer knowing that the skelly men have disappeared. So he continues to carefully walk towards the circles in which they were taking apart and doing something strange so he can check it out.
I know your passive perception is 10, which is average, but you see, as you're walking along this, like, dining hall of sorts, like, all these dead bodies, like, you were first looking for that scouts, but you see a bunch of elven, like, scouts, like, littered across the room. And you kind of see that, the scouts were all dead and they went to their doom going through this place. But as you walk, you see a bunch of broken crates and just like the smell of death and decay. And all these bodies, like the first body you saw is very mummified, but as you walk up to the circle, you see that it has like symbols, but not like on the map. This is just like one of the assets that I got from the thing, but you see like symbols all across the circle, and then in every like square you see like a more design type of symbol, and in the middle it's just even more symbols going around and around in a spiral, but it's all like framed on this gigantic like stony circle. That's all you see.
Kash?
You'd like to ascertain of what function it does, roll either a history or arcana check to understand what this circle thingy is.
Let's do an arcana check. I feel like that could give me so long. 8.
8?
Yeah.
It's a cool looking circle.
Sweet.
You know it's like some sort of magic, but it's cool.
Kash is going to take out the letter from which Marquise had given him his mission and decides to try to attempt to draw on the back side of it the circle itself in a very poor rendition of what a 5-year-old's equivalent would be.
Sure. First make a dexterity check, or make a dexterity check, and then make a performance check.
My dexterity check is 5.
Okay, now performance.
And my performance check is 19.
You slowly draw this, but is the exact match of what you see before you.
Nice.
Took you a bit.
Nobody
But-
said I was creative, just strong.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to keep meandering and investigating the room.
Sure. To investigate the room, just roll 2 individual investigation checks, because this room is pretty big.
First check is a 1. And the second check is also a 1. Okay, wow, Kash is really good at this.
You try to investigate, but then you look at your drawing. You're so proud of your drawing, man. Like, this is the first time you ever draw this good.
Man, it's so
You're-
good.
and you're-
Kash is gonna show this to Greg, his Goliath friend. He's really impressed.
You kind of forget why you're here, and then you remember. But you don't really find anything in the room, but you see these 2 chests.
All right,
here.
Kash is gonna go ahead and open the chest before he forgets or gets distracted.
right.
Let's start with the left.
Okay. Pry it open again. Go roll strength.
Oh wait, strength. Whoops. Nope, wrong one. There we go. I'm clicking too many things. 10.
10.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you pry it open, and inside, it's actually different this time. You see iron, copper, and silver ingots, like actual metal
Ooh.
ingots, inside this chest, and like it's kind of like it's one of those chests that fold open. So when you pry it open, there's like a mechanism that opens like different shelves, and then there's like
Oh.
iron, silver, and then copper, iron, copper, and silver. And on the way bottom is just a bunch of tools for smithing. So this is like a smithy chest.
Kash attempts to collect it all for his smith friend.
You can't get everything. You're gonna lower your walking speed if you try to get everything.
Then in that case,
These are like actual iron and bars. And iron bars are heavy. You can get the tools though; they're pretty light.
Yeah, let me grab all the tools, and I'll just make a note to self. I should tell somebody that there's a lot of iron down there. Or
Okay.
come back one day eventually.
So you head towards the other chest. We'll go ahead and roll. Actually, you don't have to roll again. You just pry it open, just keeping the same strength. And inside you see clothing, but only on the left side of the chest. And then to the right, it looks empty, but when the candlelight shines, like when you shift around and the light shines onto the right side of the chest, it kind of shimmers.
Ooh. Kash is really interested in the shimmery side.
Okay, go ahead and roll first investigation, and then either Arcana or religion.
Alright, so investigation wields me a 6. And then
Okay.
I'm gonna go with religion this time, which is a 10.
10. Okay, so you try to ascertain what this is in your investigation, and you know what kind of material it's like. It's kind of like soft, like feels like a bed sheet. but when you look at it, it's a cloak, and then when you touch it, it shimmers and it turns into actual cloak. And
Ooh.
when you pick it up, you see on where like cloaks, you when you put it on, there's like a little like clasp that keeps it on your person. On the clasp has a picture of one of the gods of Zanzibar, one of its holy symbols on the clasp, and you see before you kind of like a archway, no, kind of like an eye, and then like kind of like a not like a sword, but like a line through it, and you know the symbol of Ayun, the the god of knowledge and seeing, and just like kind of like the all-seeing eye on the dollar bill, kind of
Oh.
like that, but just the eye, and there's like a line across it. But you know this to be the god of knowledge.
All right, Cash
So
is
you have
definitely taking that.
so now you can uh equip it if you like, or
I mean, Cash is a little partial to shiny things, so he does want to put the cape on right away and see how it looks, you know?
so you put on the cape, and it's weird. Like you saw it shimmer, but now it's on you. It kind of like shakes and shimmers and displaces, and you well, now you have, well, Cash wouldn't know, but you have a displacer cloak. So now when
Ooh.
enemies try to hit you, it would be at disadvantage because like if they try to physically hit you, but range attacks are fine, I think. But
That's
yeah,
pretty
you have a
sick.
displacer cloak now. Makes you a little bit more hard to hit, which is nice.
All right, Cash feeling very proud of himself, very fashionable as well, with plenty of gifts to give his friend. He decides to continue back downwards and
So you have two directions. You have the door you came in and then another door.
Ooh, we're gonna go through the new door. Cash needs to continue this to make sure he meets all the ends. He has to finish what he started and report fully to the master. Also,
Okay.
Henny in the system, I know. She's very intent on the game right now. She likes watching the mouse go.
So you go to this door, it's actually open.
Oh, for
You walk
once.
through and you
Oh
see
no, it's back in a
more
circle.
skeletons.
All right, all right.
It's
But
very intense, but right before you try to react, both of the skeletons look towards you. But why this one turned big? I didn't mean to do that. But they turn around and
oh
they
my
both
gosh.
again go
Oh
and
no.
flash. And
Oh,
this one appears right in front of you,
oh,
and this one
frick.
just disappears.
I didn't think about
even
this.
further.
I have like no health.
And now we go for another initiative.
Oh no, is this the end of Cash? 18.
You go first.
Sweet.
By the way, you still have another potion.
Oh yeah. Okay. What?
And remember, you can always take short rests, which is an hour in-game rest, which you can use your hit dice to heal up again. And you would roll a d12 to heal yourself just resting.
I am going to wait. Can I take a potion as a bonus action, or it has to be the main action?
Yeah,
Okay.
bonus action.
Can I do? And this is a question first. Can I use? Oh, but I can only use my breath weapon once. Can I use my breath weapon?
Just for long rest. So like he's like a here, and then you're like here. But yes, you can use your breath weapon. Oops, I didn't move him.
Can I use my breath weapon and then heal?
So you want to heal first, then breath weapon?
Yeah.
Okay. So first roll your heal, which is 2d4 plus 2.
Oop, that's a 3, and then oop. Oh, I didn't realize. Prick.
How much did you heal?
3.
plus 1 plus 2, 6.
Okay, you have 6 health back, and if I remember, it's a dex save of 11 for your breath attack. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, let me just look at the thingies. And this guy fails, so roll your damage.
Yes, okay. 4. Come on.
4 damage?
Cash. Yeah, that's 4 damage.
You breathe in, and this giant line of acid spits from your mouth and drops onto the skeleton, melting his skull a little bit. Now his skull is lopsided, but he's still there, haggering you.
Crap. I thought that would do so much more. That's all I can do, right?
That was your action, bonus action. You still have your movement, but if you try to move out of combat,
He'll attack.
out of his, yeah, he'll get attack
Okay,
opportunity.
I'll take it like a dragon.
Okay, now it's his turn. He's gonna slash. Natural 1. He goes and tries to hit you.
Yes.
Turns around completely. Doing an actual turnaround.
Oh my gosh! Thank goodness. They're
Spinning like a cartoon. He spins right back, confused, and tries for another hit.
Cash is impressed by his grace while doing so. Ooh.
Does a 12 hit.
Does a 12 hit? My armor is 14.
Oh, the
Almost.
skeleton goes for another grasp, and you block it with your double axes and push him off, and the skeleton's just like
I love
right
the
at
sound
you.
effects. Cash, thankful for his life another second, decides to just go back at it with hand axes unless he's gonna move.
No, he can't roll his opportunity attack, but yeah, he's just up on you, trying to attack you again. But it's your turn.
All right,
Go
hand
ahead
axes.
and roll to hit.
10.
10.
Yeah.
You slash him. Go ahead and roll damage. It's just why you needed it.
6.
6. You hit him again, and you go right in the collarbone and basically break like good half of his ribs. And you
Yes.
release the axe. He's still alive, but he's haggering.
Okay.
You have a bonus action now.
I'm gonna hit him again. Ooh, with that hit of 26.
That hits.
And 10.
10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
You go for another slash and just break the rest of him apart, and that skeleton is dead.
Fearing his life, Cash is like really breathing heavy now. He's like, crap, there's so many
As you
skeletons.
think that, you hear in the back of your mind,
Well,
Oh no!
this seems very discerning.
Ooh, your voice is giving me like tingles in the back of my neck. It's freaky.
and then your eyes go white,
Oh
and the
no.
skeleton that you see before comes back, like back to where he was, but he's a little bigger.
No! No! Okay.
But the skeleton's like different. You see his cloak has more golden like filigree on it, and he holds a staff on his right hand, and the same hand is glowing with that different type of hues of colors, and on his head is a silver circlet,
Thank you, Henny,
kind of
in
like
the
a crown,
system, for the
floating
follow.
above his head, and his eyes glow like reddish blue fire in his eyes. And he just stands there menacing to you, and he's like,
I see. You dispatched my men. We Chaos Mages didn't foresee this. We thought we could steal more, but you were not a part of the plan.
and then he raises his hand and staff, touches his glowing hand to his staff, smashes down, and both of you go and teleport back to the room that you were in before.
Ooh.
A little bit more close quarters this
Oh
time.
no!
As he goes right up into your face and you're staring right above him. One last time. Roll for initiative.
No. 17.
What you get?
17. Oh, 17, sorry.
17?
Yes.
You're going first. What would you like to do?
Sweet. I am going to go straight with the hand axes. I trust them. Kash is, he looks this guy in the eye and he's like, this is the creature that will make me a hero and send news back to the sheep farm. So he steadies himself, even though he's a little scared. Steadies himself and pulls out his hand axe.
Okay, go ahead and go for your swings.
20 to hit.
That hits. Natural 20 or just 20 or dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
5 to hit. 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay. He as you hit him in his leg, he just stares at you. He's like,
Tickles.
go for another hit.
It's an intimidating reaction. Oh no, 7 definitely doesn't hit.
To hit? No. He sees you swinging and he grabs your hand and pushes you off.
Oh no!
He's like,
Kash!
you still have your movement.
Yeah, Kash is gonna back up. He's gonna back up quite a bit. He's gonna go to the table in the top right.
So the table over here.
Yeah.
Okay, as you back up, he looks like he's gonna hit you, but he just, if a skeleton could smirk, that's what he would do.
Adding insult to injury.
He's just looking at you. He's like,
You're in too deep, young one.
and now he's gonna go, staff raised up in his hands. Does a 10 hit.
Nope.
Goes forth and tries to shoot a firebolt at you, but misses over your head.
Can I giggle or can I like smirk at him back and be like, ha ha? Oh,
Yeah,
the
sure.
wind tickled my cheeks there.
Okay. He's gonna actually move back a bit. And then, yeah, that's all he's gonna do.
Ooh.
Your turn.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to. How many javelins do I have left? I think I only have 2.
You have 3.
Oh, I still have 3. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw my javelin at him.
All right.
Let's see.
Roll the hit.
15 to hit.
15 hits.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Oh, sorry. Give me up. And then 8 damage.
Nice. You see you throw the javelin forth, and it looks like it was about to like get force pushed away, but it connects and then goes right on the collarbone and goes right through and hits the back of the wall.
Oh, nice. Clean. Very clean.
You still have your bonus action and movement.
I am going to. I'm gonna move up 15 feet. I don't want to get too close. And I'm gonna. Can I throw another javelin, or does it have to be a hand axe? Okay, I'm gonna spare another javelin. I'm just gonna whip it at him. I'm back here.
You have 2
Kash-
hands. So.
What?
So go ahead and roll.
Okay. Oh, natural 20 to 26 to hit.
Damn, that's a crit. So go ahead, roll that damage and multiply it by 2.
18. I got a
18?
9. I got a 9. So if you're gonna
So-
multiply that,
So 18.
yeah.
Oh, this guy's looking rough. As you throw the
Yes!
javelin right between where the base of his forehead, you see the top
Thanks,
you see
Eddie.
the
I know,
circlet get
this is
his
exciting.
top of his skull get broken and the circlet get pinned to the wall. And he looks back at it, he's like
But he's still alive.
just stares at you intensely. The magic in his hand glows even more fiercely, and the staff starts to glow a little hum, and you just hear just starting.
So intense. I can't even believe he's still standing. This is kind of scary.
So you still have your movement left, so you can move away or move closer, up to you.
I'm gonna move to the far end of the table, and that's directly below me, so I'm a little closer.
You want to move closer, so right
Yeah.
here.
Go down 2 more blocks.
Oh, this way or just
Uh,
over the table?
Right over the table.
Okay, so right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's this ginormous skeleton's turn. He looks at you with intense rage, lifts
Oh, no.
up his staff, and slams it to the ground. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm never good at those rolls. Oh no, I have an 8.
8?
Yeah.
Let me just
Even my cat looks nervous. No.
look up.
My familiar is nervous.
You take 1 point of thunder damage.
Oh, oh nice. Okay, I was
And
very
you're pushed
scared.
back. You're pushed back 10 feet away. 5, 10. He's like,
You're dead.
and he lifts his staff to try to do something else, but now it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to rush him. I'm going to move the full 30 straight towards him, and then try to do my action and bonus action both as hand axe.
Okay, so go ahead and roll twice.
Okay, first one is 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
No!
He holds your one hand. Go for the other.
15 to hit.
15.
Yeah.
That's just what you needed. You slam down right into his face. We're about to slam down. How much damage you do?
As he's holding me like a child by one hand, I do 5 damage.
5 damage. You slash through, breaking all of his ribs, and he is still standing,
What the
holding
heck?
you in the hand. He's like,
Oh
Enough.
and now it's his turn. He, the giant skeleton, raises his staff again, and a flash of white. It teleports
no! Oh,
over here in this direction, trying to flee, or trying to do a semblance of something. But that's all you can do right now. It's your turn.
Okay.
So you have
Um,
one more. You have 2 more javelins and your hand axes.
I think I actually have
Or
only
one
one
more.
javelin.
Yeah, 1 more javelin. and
Okay.
your hand axes.
We're gonna, you know what? We've had a good set of throws, so we're gonna toss the javelin. At this point, I don't want to get close to him. He's gonna pick me up like a little baby doll again. So we're just gonna toss the javelin.
Okay, go ahead and roll a hit.
16 to hit.
That hits.
Yes! And
Go ahead
then
roll your damage.
9.
9. How do you want to destroy this creature? How do you want to do this?
All right. So this creature has already insulted me far too many times and picked me up like a small child. I am going to rush him like a linebacker after I throw my javelin. so that way I can do a little kickflip in the air and kick my javelin to give it a little boost so it goes straight through him.
All right. As you throw your javelin with all your force and might you can suffice, and you just run barreling towards, jumping like off this table, front flipping onto this table, jumping again, catching up to your javelin. You basically karate kick the end of your javelin right towards his like full face, and you just see slow motion the crunch of the skull going straight through, and also sadly destroying your other javelin that was stuck in the wall.
It's okay. It's a small loss.
But with a Spider-Man landing, you look behind you as the giant skeleton starts to slowly crumble and dwindle of its gigantic form into a pile of nothing to the ground.
Yes. Kash is
So now you'll
breathing heavy and feeling really excited right now.
he lost one javelin.
Yes,
It was worth
destroyed.
it. You look very cool.
Sorry, he's like, I will tell this story to my forefathers, and my parents will be so proud and so rich that we could sell the sheep farm.
So you can take this time to do your out potions, but you can take yourself a short rest or a long rest, up to you. But you're back into the you're in the room that you were before.
I'll go ahead and take a little short rest.
All right. Go ahead and I think there's a short rest button now, but if not,
Yeah.
I think you just roll. Yeah. So, yeah, just take a little short rest for yourself, and heal up with your hit die, which I think you just have one, so it's a D12.
Oh, take short rest, confirm, and then D12. Whoa.
I think it's a D12.
All right.
And then you add your Constitution modifier to that D12 roll.
+1. So
Which-
that's 12. I have a max
Yeah,
of
well, you-
13, so.
Yeah, you're fully healed.
Whee.
You're well rested. Stretching out all your kinks, getting ready for the next inevitable fight in you. What would you like to do? You've been teleported back to where you first were, and you know that the door like over here is lava room, and the door over here is where you were.
I'm gonna go back to where I first met the giant skeleton, so I can look around and make sure that there's nothing over there.
Okay, so as you slowly tread through here, it's not as hot, but it's still hot, so you go towards the walls just to alleviate some of the stress. But would you like to try to search even though it's really hot here? Or would you
Yes.
just like to keep going on?
We
What'd
need
you like to do?
more clues. Search. Kash needs to
Okay.
search.
Roll investigation at disadvantage because you're trying to search in really hot heat and you don't want to scald yourself. You're kind of wincing at the same time. So roll investigation twice and take the lower.
Great. That one's a 9. So
9.
9. You don't see much, but what you do see is just the broken pillars and crates and dead bodies and melting crates. And when you go over here, but not too close, so you get intense of the heat, you see like a waterfall of lava just coming out of a hole of darkness. Like you can't even see in the hole. It's just lava pouring out. Like it's pure black. Like you just can't see. Like it's like empty space. And
Kind
just
of like
lava pouring out of it.
it's kind of like the floor that we saw before we went down into this dungeon area. It's magic.
It's some sort of magic you entertain to yourself, but you don't know what kind. It's really hard for you to. You can try to ascertain with an Arcana check if you'd like to try to understand, or a history check. Arcana or
let's
history.
do a history. No, let's do
Okay.
an Arcana check. That's fine. 15.
15?
Yes.
For
Looking at
once.
you're not you're a barbarian, but
I've never gotten higher
you're a
than like 8.
well-read person, and you came up to a book about chaotic magic when you were reading at home. One of your adventure novels that read about this chaos mage king that would fight this uh heroic hero in one of your books, but you know this to be kind of like a dimensional pocket of some sort that
Oh.
is spilling out lava for some reason. But you know that since chaos magic is peeking its head again, it's understandable that this chaotic breach under this warehouse, some weird stuff might happen. So you ascertain the lava is just an effect from the chaotic magic that has been shown to you in this area.
Okay. I'm going to have to go report that to that dude upstairs.
Yeah, as you're walking along, you see a door and another
Ooh.
thing,
We
but you're
gotta
heading towards the same area you were before.
we gotta break into the door. Cash is like, I'm not gonna leave any door not demolished by the end of
No
this.
stone unturned.
Exactly. We absolutely must destroy every door.
You go up to this door. It's actually weathered. It looks kind of like decaying, so you can just kick it. You don't even have to roll anything.
He gives it an almighty kick.
You kick the door open, and another skeleton.
Oh, frick. Okay. He's ready. He took on the big guy. He feels like this little shrimp is not a problem. Cash is like, I've already dealt with your lord. So, bring it on,
What-
Skilly Man.
Right when you look at the skeleton, it looks at you, but doesn't look at you with like any sort of disdain or anything. It just stares. It's not doing anything. It just stares at you.
Cash is confused and feels...
Like it's not even wailing or giving that flash of light when the other skeletons do it. It's just staring at you. You just see it just swaying. Like the hand's not even glowing. It looks like kind of like a zombie that you see in The Walking Dead, just staring into space, into nothing, just swaying back and forth. That's what it's doing right now.
So Cash is getting a little concerned because it's not making his ears bleed. So he walks up to it and like goes to poke it. To make sure things are like, he just goes straight for a forehead poke, like tapping, like, what the heck? Is it broken?
Okay, as you tap its head, it looks at you with lightning speed, and then hi.
Ah! Cash is freaked out. You speak common?
What am I doing here?
What do you mean?
What? I've been lost. Lost. That it just echoes in your head. Where?
Do you know?
Where is this? It's very eerie. Like every time he ends a sentence, it just echoes in your mind and across the room.
Ooh, it's freaky. What, sir, what is your name?
Name.
I'm so
And then
sorry,
just,
sir.
he just screams a blood curdling scream. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, I got him mad. 13.
13. You don't take any damage, but your head is ringing. And then you look back at the skeleton, and he's just swaying again.
Cash is gonna back up a few steps and be like, you know what? I don't need to know your name. It's cool. It's fine.
As he slowly back up, he's like, he looks at you with lightning speed again. He's like, "Where am I? I." You back up 5 feet.
I'm gonna. Okay, so Cash is gonna proceed to be like, well, you and a lot of other people like you, except one, incredibly big, we're in the bottom of a storage facility filling with lava. We're not too far from the center of town. Do you remember coming around these parts?
He just if the skeleton could make a facial expression, it would be confused. He just cocks his head, and the skeleton's like, "I, clink." This is the skeleton is wearing the cloth, the regular black cloth or mantle that the other skeletons wore, but the skeleton has a helmet on,
Oh.
and it says like clink, and he's like, "Remember, I don't understand." And he starts scratching the helmet, and then looks up at you, and you get a flash in your mind, and you see a regular human male, but sad, crying.
Aww.
And the skeleton's like, I'm forgetting again. And he goes back to the distant stare. You gotta feel bad for the skeleton guy.
Cash wants to understand this guy a little more, and he's wondering if it's possible to pick him up and take him to the surface.
Make an insight check to ascertain what this skeleton is feeling.
12.
12?
Yeah.
From the speech and from his speech patterns and just how his like physicality is,
So bright in this moment.
he looks lost and just doesn't understand what's going on. And he's just like he's basically like a kind of like an old man lost who has dementia and doesn't know where he's going. That's the kind of feel you get for him.
So sad.
He just doesn't know where he is.
Listen, sir, don't stress yourself thinking about anything else. We know how that'll end. Why don't I take you upstairs? We could go figure out more about what's going on here. We'll just in a safe, confined, not vocal, reverberating room.
The head slowly looks at you. He's like, outside.
Yeah, outside.
Side.
Yep.
Side. I.
Oh no. It's okay, sir. Calm down.
And then you see his eyes flash with recognition, and then looks back at you again, and then his arms slack, and he stands still, and then he just looks at you,
Oh no.
and then you hear in your head, order. And he's just standing there, completely still,
Oh my
and
god.
you just hear the word order vibrate in your head.
Crap, did I just kill a lot of innocent people that were overtaken by something out of my control? Frick. Was there a peaceful resolution to this? Okay, well, sir, are you... Is that okay? I don't know what order means, but, you seem a little more solid now, so I'm just gonna... I walk up another few feet, like, directly in front of him, going to, like, put a reassuring hand on his shoulder. Like, it's okay.
So you touch him?
Yeah, I touch him.
You touch him, and then a flash of white. And you teleport.
Oh, no.
Oops.
I just wanted to help you, sir.
You teleport here. Where you found those two skeletons looking at the teleporter. Or the circle. Yeah, the circle on the floor. Oops, wrong room. This one. You're back to the room with the weird circle on it. And you're like in the middle of the room. And the skeleton is back to his swaying, distant glare.
Well, this is not reassuring at all. Cash looks around the room. Okay. Let's try this again. Hey, Skelly man, why did you bring me to this room?
And as you say that, he eerily points to the circle and
Oh,
he's like,
crap.
"Remember."
I go over to the circle and I peer into the
Leave it-
circle.
So you're just leaving him alone, going to the circle?
Yeah, I think he's doing all right. He
Okay.
seems kind of okay.
As you look at the circle, it's still the same circle you looked at. It's inert. It's not doing anything.
Can I bring him to the circle?
Sure, you go back and bring him to the circle. He
Do you-
looks at the circle.
Do you want to tell me more about this circle? Yeah? How do you feel about that, sir?
He steps on the circle,
Oh,
and all
sir?
the sigils start to, and you just hear the,
No, no.
and a flash of white again. And you go back and look, and he's gone, and the lights are still up, and another flash, and he's back.
Oh, you're trying to tell me it's a teleportation device?
And he stares at you, and for the first time, the dull flames in his eyes are actually normal, and he's like, "Well, I'll be.
What?
Finally, some clarification."
Sir? You
Uh.
feeling alright?
Hello?
Hello, my name is KashKeizer Rundabat. I am your savior today. What's going on? I am very confused.
He looks down at his hands. Huh! I am a skeleton.
Yes.
All right.
Yep, that's,
Why am I standing on a transportation circle?
Well, you
And-
decided to do that.
The skeleton starts to go onto his hands and knees and looks at the writing and looks up at you. Did you do this?
Nope, I cannot take credit for that. I feel like you might have had a part in that, sir.
And he stares at you. He's like, No, no. This line right here is different from the others. It's been tampered with. This is a travesty.
You know what? I'm glad you noticed as well, sir. I totally would have pointed that out beforehand, but we were dealing with your mental status at the moment. Can you give me a little more information as to what is going on and why you are a skeleton?
First, make either history or arcana check
We will
to understand,
go with history.
to think back and understand what happened when you saw those two skeletons messing with the portal.
16.
Or the 16?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When you think back before and you remember seeing the skeleton etch something with a bejeweled knife into the circle, and then when they saw you, they just teleported away. And you ascertained they weren't finished, so this is unfinished, and it is something unfinished. And the skeleton guy that you saw before is still looking at it. Just you hear him just murmur to himself a little and just punch the ground and screams out. He's like, "Oh, that hurts. Okay," and starts
Oh my
like
goodness.
trying to fix what's been like defaced. He's very distracted right now, just trying to fix something.
I'm going to like go ahead and tap on his skeleton shoulders again and try to recount what I've just experienced in this whole dungeon area so he gets the full story and understands how weird it all is.
So as he taps his shoulder, he looks up. He's like, "Oh, sorry. My apologies. I am Sir Magus von Musel, Archmage of... Oh, I'm starting to forget again."
Oh no.
Shakes his head. Just call me Archie. I think... Don't know why I'm a skeleton, but... He waves his hand around, draws a sigil in the air. Chaotic essence from the circle and all around the air. Not really sure what's going on here or why am I a skeleton. What year is it?
I go ahead and let him know the year and about the current situation.
So you give him like a rundown of what happened. He just looks at you. His jaw literally drops on the floor.
Oh
He
no.
picks it up
Oh
and hinges it
no.
on. He's like, I have been away for 500 years.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
That's just great.
Cash
You'll
is
fight a war with the Chaos Mages.
Oh,
You'll be a hero, they said. You'll fight valiantly, they said. Ah, this is just a bunch of crap. And he slumps on the floor, right on top of the circle. He looks very sad. His fire in the eyes just dim.
Cash kind of like gets down with him and he's like, listen, Archie, it's all right. There's always another war to take part in, and you can always have victory later for that. But at the present moment, let's be grateful that you are alive once again. 500 years later, may it be, that is, you're still here, which is great. It's very nice to meet you. But what do you mean exactly that you fought in the last Chaos War 500 years ago and then are showing up today? That's a very odd encounter. Do you have any light to shed on this situation? But again, I'm glad you're here. Even 500 years later, I think that's fantastic, and we should keep that in the positives of this day.
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage because you're really laying it on thick. And he seems like very down on his luck, so roll twice and get the higher number for persuasion.
All right. First one, let's see. The first one is 12. The second one is also 13.
13. He lights up a bit. He's like, oh, you're right. Well, first off, it's really hard to remember my name. The chaos magic in this necrotic body is very annoying. Seems my soul has been transferred. Give me a moment, and he gestures in the air again, and then it's like, yep, this is my body. It's been defaced. He looks at his clothing. It's very droll. But I am an archmage of your olden times. I'm from the Chaos War where, well, magic was on the down end. The world was just dark, science reigned, and lots of steam contraptions were everywhere. But I was a mage, lost, trying to understand these sciences, but I had a little magic. I tried to dabble in chaos magic, but that was a failed attempt. Then we went to war. I was the only few people, a handful of people who still had magic in their veins. But I was once a great sorcerer. Now I'm this, and looks down himself as in disgust. And he's like, all my family and friends are dead. That die. Unless, do you have some sort of object that I can use per se?
Well, okay. I've got a series of objects on me at the moment. Maybe one of which could be of use to you. But
He's basically asking for aid, and you don't know why he needs an object, but he's asking for an object.
can you
And he's like,
describe this object to me, or can it be almost anything? Because I have several things I'd be willing to lend you to help boost your spirits.
He's like, preferably something magically enchanted, or I don't know, some sort of symbol.
I lay out all the things that I've gotten from the chests. And I'm like, do any of these feel enchanted or symbolic to you?
So you're laying out everything you got so far in this day?
Like the cloak, the belts, the gems.
The globe.
Yeah, oh yeah, the globe. There's a snow globe.
He looks at the globe. He's like, this will do. He picks it up, and you're like, because
Don't break it.
the guy told you not to pick it up. He's like, what? Is it? Oh, this, and he starts actually like playing with it,
Oh no.
and it's kind of
Listen,
scares
man.
you. He's like juggling with it. He's like, oh no, don't worry.
My friend told me not to do that.
This is what you call uh I don't know how this century calls it, but we call it ceiling sphere. And inside it, and he does a little thing in the air. Inside it is a dire wolf.
Ooh, I did not know that my smithy friend had one of those in this snow globe.
Well, basically, you throw this, it'd break, and it would shatter. And once released, you would have a dire wolf you can control for a certain amount of time. It is a Fey dire wolf from the Fey plane. But you can control it for about an hour or so, and it will be a companion to you for that said hour, but then disappear. Then the orb will reform, and it would be empty. But right now it is occupied. May I fiddle with this for a few moments?
Will it keep you from killing yourself?
Maybe.
Okay, Les. Yes, you can keep it. You can take it for as long as you need to. I just want to make sure that we stay above water, considering the time shift and the extensive emotional roller coaster that you are going through at this moment. So, yeah, feel free. That's totally fine.
It's like, all right, thank you. And he starts like, it's you haven't really seen magic like firsthand, and you don't really understand or dabble in the arcane. You read it in books, you've like seen like people amazed by it. You did see some people in the thoroughfare in the center of town, the center of the city, doing like little shows and showing off their magical prowess, but this you're like very intent. It's kind of like he's like having an Iron Man moment and making something that he just got into something else, and with a snap of his finger, a wolf just appears beside you and then slowly evaporates into the wind.
That's pretty cool trick you did there. I see what you did there.
He's like, oh no, I was just sending him away without breaking the container, but
Oh.
right, can you please hold this? And
Takes it apprehensively.
he's like, don't grip it. Like, he basically just tells you like how to hold this, and you're basically holding it in a weird position. You have like your body like cocked to the left side of you, and you're like holding this weird position. And then he's like, all right, I'll stay very still.
No.
And he starts to walk away,
What?
and then comes back. He's like, ah, just joking.
Oh.
And then actually just lets you hold it. He's like, it's been 500 years. I needed to lift up. I'm sorry. I do that too.
The panic just like ensues and then leaves his face like freaking jerk.
And then
Yeah, I'll go
he
ahead and
puts a
finish
glyph
this short session.
up in the air, and then he grabs it, places his hand, and then a circle appears around that glyph, and he drags it towards the
Oh yeah.
sphere in your hand,
Go hang out
and
for a
then
little bit. I'll be done.
touches it, and then you see the sphere glow and goes, and then it doesn't. It basically like illuminates like a candle and starts flickering and stuff, and then you see like a rainbow, like kind of like ethereal, like kind of like one of those like it's kind of like mist, and then it's like liquid, but it's not liquid. It's like light that looks liquidy, slowly come out of the skeleton body into this globe that you're holding. And then as it happens, he's like, "All right, when we get to the surface, bring me to wherever your hovel is, or wherever you're staying."
My
And
hovel.
I don't know. I'm 538 years old. I don't know this time anymore. Anyway, I'll basically come with you. Just don't break the glass. And if you jostle too much, I will feel it. But anyway, thank you for this. And then he snaps his fingers, and his skeletal body drops to the ground. And now you have a glowing, iridescent rainbow glowing orb. And then in your mind, he's like, "All right, thank you. I'll just ride along now."
So Cash, now having this very fragile orb, is now nervous about it, even more so because there's a living creature in it and he knows about it. Rushes to the surface.
So let's say you are. So before you leave, you're on offering your own devices. You can have another short rest here, but I'll just show you the parts of the map you've seen. And would you like to still investigate, or would you like to just go back up to the surface and report what you have found?
I'm gonna go back to the surface. I'm going to report what I found.
All right. Just sake of brevity, you go back towards the surface, or back to the keeps in town, and you're back in the wares, slowly like going across, creeping along the walls, making sure you don't touch the lava.
Right.
You almost fall in the lava a few times because your tail swings annoyingly. And you go back up, and there standing before you is the same, not army, but a bout of people, just a bout of guards just looking towards you. And one of the guards is like, "You alright?"
I am more than alright, sir. I have the answers. Bring me to the master.
Do you want me to get the captain? He's, alright, stay here. Jostles along, walks away, and you're just sitting there for like good 10-20 minutes. And after those times pass, the captain comes, and he's like, "Well, what have you found?"
I have something of great power and importance that I would like to show straight to the master right away, because if I take it out of my pocket, I'm afraid that I will break it. Very fragile.
He looks at you confusingly, and he's like, "Alright, what did you find down there, though?"
Lots of chaos-infused skeleton men who ravaged everybody. I'm so sorry. Your previous scouts, they are just gone in the wind. But you can feel free to go down there. I know there is some iron and other materials still there, but be very wary of the lava leaking out from magical portals.
He looks at you in very concerned look. He's like, "Lava?"
Yes, there's quite a bit of it. I'd be very careful. It roasted some nice spider legs for me, which I will have later. Maybe I'll send one to Greg as well. But yeah, I would just be very careful of that.
He's like, "Alright, good to know." And he starts writing down in like a small little book, and writes down, you basically just give all the information you can and what you saw and all that stuff. And then he's like, "Alright, I think that'll do. I will give this report to the chief of here. Okay, I really gotta go. One of you show him out." And he runs off, just full speed.
Nice.
And the Goliath you saw in the front comes. He's like, "Hi,
Hello.
I got promoted. I'm in here now."
I am so proud of you. I will come visit you all the time.
Thanks. I'd like that.
I pat him on the chest because that's all I can reach, and I'm very excited to see him again. I wonder if I give him some spider leg.
He looks at it, he's like, "Ooh," and he takes off his helmet, and big mouth just crunches, just not even like peeling the shell, just eats it.
I thought you would like it.
So as you walk away, all the way back towards the lenses, back to the Merchant Guild Hall, you get ushered towards the top of the staircase, meeting Marquise again. They are again, sitting back, relaxed, just flipping through not like an actual book with no name on it, but an actual. He's reading an actual book. He looks up. He's like, "Ah, welcome back. What have you
I
found?"
I walk straight up. I take out the delicate snow globe now carrying my friend, and I gently place it onto the table. And I'm like, nothing but your typical 500-year arcane master trapped within this snow globe. But he's good, so don't crush it and don't poke it either. We've learned our lesson.
Right when you put it down and say that, in all of your minds, he's like, "Yes, yes, I'm here, 500 years old, and stuck in a globe.
Told you.
Are you the purveyor of this establishment?" And Marquise just stares at the globe, and they're like, "Well, this is very disconcerting. You have a disembodied voice in the a globe that my dragonborn employee gave you that was supposed to hold a dire wolf. But now you bring me a soul of a 500-year-old archmage."
Yes, and your wolf may or may not be wandering the town. But that's something to see to at a later point. I'm not quite sure where that was sent off to.
I'm very confused. Ask you to. Well, I got the report. You did what you've been told, but do you have any more fine detail that you didn't say in the report?
You
Or is
got
this it?
you got the
This
lava.
disembodied voice in the.
Disembodied voice, yes. Disappearing skelly man. Lava coming from magical fields. Giant skelly man. Very hard to defeat. I drop kicked a javelin into his chest. Yes, we should make note of that greatly. He was 3 times the size of a normal one. All the
That
scouts
sounds
are
pretty
dead.
cool. I don't believe you, but okay.
Oh, sir, listen. Well, I have no proof. Unfortunately, they kind of disintegrate at the end of battle, so you're just going to have to take my word for it. It's in the note, so I'd like that to be recognized. But aside from that, no, that is all the information I have for you and this man, and the globe. Yes.
He looks at you and then looks off to where you keep your javelins, and as you also look, you see the circlet from that skeleton, that gigantic skeleton that you have just hanging on one of your spears that you didn't notice.
Oh yes.
He's like, "Oh, so you weren't lying. Can I see that?"
Why would you think I was lying? Of course you can see my prize.
And he takes a circlet, and also what you've seen before, and you've seen before, he does the same glyph that your your bodiless friend did, and he's like, "Ah, this is actually very nice and very well made. It is a circlet of intelligence. Basically, makes you smarter. Would you like it? We will have like 5 of these, but your price, you can wear it or not.
Yes, I will. I will go ahead and take that, sir.
So now basically your intelligence go up, I think, +4 or something like that. I have to look it up, but now you have that, and now he's just Marquis is just staring at the orb. He's like, "All right, friend, what do we do with you? Do you want the body? We have that technology now. It's been 500 decades. You've been there for like decades, so I can give you a body if you like." And then in your minds, you're just like, "Ah, that would be lovely, please." And it's like, Marquis is like, "All right, come." And he's like, "You two Dragonborn, this will be fun. Great experiment." And in the disembodied voice is like, "What?" And you both go up to a wall, and he does a little glyph, and then the same thing that you saw the floor like disappear and reappear. The part of the wall disappears, and he puts his hand on it. It's kind of cool. It's like a hand scanner,
Mm-hmm.
and it scans his hand, and then hit their hand, and then a door opens, and it kind of sounds like something you would hear on like a sci-fi like airship. It goes shh, 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 and just opens, and you walk in, and you walk in, and you see this ginormous laboratory with like basically like mechs and like robots, and then you see at the very back like somebody working on like a ginormous cannon, and he's like, welcome to I don't know what I call this, but welcome to the toy factory, because these are all my toys. And it's just like expanse of robotics, engineering, and just like a bunch of like steampunk type of robo like mech suits. It's very cool. You never seen this in your life. Like you're just in awe.
Cash is speechless. He's like, these are your toys?
It's like, yes, these are my toys. See that one? That one is that one I call that one Buzz, because you see the giant robo mech. It has like a buzz saw for a hand. He's like, I call that Buzz because it has a buzz saw and it buzzes stuff. And it's very buzzy. That one is cannon. That's the cannoneer suit. That one is I don't know what that one does. What does that one do? And he yells. He's like, oh, just press the button. Show me what it does. And then you see a scientist go up to it, presses a button, and you see the arms go. And then a flash, just like you saw underground, but then a laser just hits the wall, and then makes a giant red scorch mark on the wall. He's like, "All right, that's a laser. Don't do that again. Fix that." And then he brings you down the stairs towards the area of the facility where all these robotic bodies are being made, and he hands the globe to one of the uh uh what you see a very regal looking uh half elf man, and human male, tan brown skin, very frizzy hair. He looks like one of those like mad scientists. That's what the human looks like. He's like, oh yes, very well, this will be very nice. Marquise Sullivan, thank you for letting me do my projects. Mwah, very nice. What will you come for us today? And the regal half elf is just staring. And the human male is like, oh, you brought friends. Would you like to see one of my contraptions?
No, thank you, sir. We're just here for one body. No more lasers destroying things.
He goes up to you and nudges you. He's like, come on, it'll be fun.
Cash is like scared. I don't know what to say.
Oh, don't worry. He literally drags you. With the strength of this, like he looks pretty skinny, but he pulls you with like great strength for some reason. He's like, look over here, and he puts your hand into a gauntlet. He's like, all right, and then turns you and presses a button, and then all these machineries, like the floor parts, like basically like Transformer-esque, turns this whole floor into a shooting range.
Oh my
He's like,
gosh.
all right. See that target? Put your hand up and think, shoot.
Cash obliges.
So are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll just just roll a d20. Just without not the hit thing, just roll d20 and tell me the number.
11.
11. You see the charge. It's kind of like an Iron Man glove, and you see like electricity starting to stem from like within the gauntlet, and it goes like around your hand into the center of the palm of your hand, and shoots out a lightning bolt, and it hits the target, but on the bottom side of the target. And he's like, almost bullseye, but don't worry. I think I need to calibrate that one. And he takes your hand and then starts futzing with it, and then you're just standing there in a weird position with your hand out, and he's just like futzing with it, and Marquis is just like, ahem. And the scientist stops. He's like, oh, right. You're here for something. What would you like? And then Marquis is like, all right, I want you to take this globe and give him a body. And the scientist is like, what? You want to give this globe a body? What kind of body would you like? And then all of your minds again. He's like, well, hello, I'm Akane 500 years old. I would like some form of semblance of a body, please. And they all just stare in awe and look towards you. And the scientist is like, where'd you get this guy?
Wouldn't you like to know? It's a warehouse secret.
He's like, all right, that I can do. Soul transfer into metal body. Pick which one you like. And we go for like 10, 15 minutes just staring at different types of robotic, like different type of robots, and roll a history check to see if you understand what these robots are.
1. Also,
My cat just pulled out my headset.
I'm also gonna have to head out within the next few minutes.
Tell me your history roll.
My history.
Is a 1. Oh, sorry. My history is a 1. Also, I'm gonna have to head out in a few minutes.
Don't worry, we're capping up here. So
Okay.
1.
Yes, 1. My awesome history roll as always.
You don't understand, but they're cool looking robots, and
Nice.
they go through like this weird like magics, like glyphs and sigils just popping out of the sky, and then the same thing you saw from him entering the globe enters this one robot, and it wakes up, and he's like, "Well, this will suffice."
Nice.
And yeah, that's what happens. And I guess that's where you ended here. You obviously get your 10,000 gold going back up with a new robotic companion, because he's probably gonna want to learn about this new world with you.
I'm actually super excited for the fact that he has a robot body now. That's super cool.
Yeah, so now you have 10,000 gold, a robot companion, and you're also level 2. And now your venture awaits to see what's happening, well, in more future stuff.
Okay, I gotta say, the amount of depth that you put in this, considering I just asked you if we could play this on Friday with all your characters and your storyline, it's so fun.
Yeah. It's even more expansive, but those sessions, if you ever have time and actually want to play like a full-on session, and if you know some people who also want to play, you can do a little party, if you will. You all will start at level 2, but everybody else will also get a individual like little mission like this one, and they'll also be level 2, because I like starting at level 2.
I
more
think
fun like
I
that.
have a few people in mind that I'm gonna have to bug because I think that would be a really fun day.
But yeah. And that's your one shot of Zanzibar in the city of Faline.
Thank you. That was a great time.
Yeah. It went a little over the time I was expecting, but you got lost like twice.
Yeah, my dude, he's not very good with that. But like even some of the time when I don't know if you're ad-libbing or not because it was just so good.
Oh, D&D is all about me making up stuff what you see, but I know basically the bare bones of everything. That's what's happening here. I know the bare bones, but I don't know what like is actually gonna happen in the world itself.
Well, I thought that was super fun, and we're gonna have to continue that again because it was a great time. I'm gonna have to hop off, but I'm gonna hit you up later about that, and I'm gonna share this with some of my friends. I think you're doing awesome world building here.
Thank you. No problem. If you ever wanna probably make another character or do another adventure but with people, let me know. I am free.
All right, I will. I'm gonna head out for dinner. Have a great rest of your night, Justin.
It's like the afternoon for me, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Have a good afternoon. See you later. Thanks to JustJuztin again for putting this together with me and doing some character building with me yesterday. He is super cool and really great to helping me walk through this. Because he had expressed how interested he was in this lately and the things he was working on, and I really wanted to learn more about it because he was so excited about it, and I could see why. That was really fun. Hopefully I'll do this again because it's just the whole concept of having so many choices is really neat. Thank you, JustJuztin, and I'm excited to learn more. All right, have a good day. Have a good night, guys. Oh wait, my camera's over here. Have a good night. Goodbye.